Hey, yo, check it out. This is the Black Privilege Podcast. I am your host, Jay Lee.
I'm your co-host, Jay Fly.
Yo, check us out on Twitter at _BLK Privilege _
or Instagram at Black_Privilege_.
Or go follow us on YouTube at the Black Privilege Podcast. Like and subscribe.
Or Facebook at the Black Privilege Podcast. Like, share, comment, man. Holla at us, man.
Yeah, or you can send us an email at blackprivilegepodcast@gmail.com. Like I say, man, just support, reach out however you can, man. Appreciate
fuck
it.
with us, man.
Yeah.
I was talking about people drinking. I was talking about people drinking and smoking on Facebook today, and I drink and smoke. It's like the most hypocritical comment that I've made. Thus far.
Welcome to Jason's head, basically. That's pretty much everything
you
do.
People are fucking addicts, bro.
Yeah.
And I was like,
says the addict. Yeah, that's what happens. Hey, y'all, welcome to the 19th episode of the Black Privilege Podcast.
19, motherfucker.
19 of these hoes. That's a lot of these hoes, man.
I know. Who keeps doing this?
That's a lot of these hoes. Niggas that keep doing podcasts and shit. I am your host, Jay Lee. To the right of me is my co-host, Mr. Jay Fly.
Hey.
Jay Poole. To the right of him, our engineer, Mr. Get It All Together.
Get it together.
Mr. Sutton BJJ.
Yep.
Sutton, Josh in the mix. Guys had a pretty good week, pretty solid. It's Christmas time.
Yeah.
Close.
I mean,
getting closer.
I had a pretty good week
Yeah.
until Friday when I got accused of stealing in the motherfucking mall.
Oh,
Yeah, I heard about that.
That shit was fucking nuts,
Not
bro.
just any place in the mall, though.
Lens crafters in the fucking mall.
Lens crafters.
I can't see a
crafters.
bitch ass thing, bro. I went in there to purchase 2 pair of glasses because, you know, I keep stepping on glasses and shit or sitting on them or losing them. You know, I just need a backup pair. And, yeah, man. The ladies, it's just, you just kind of threw me the fuck off getting up like that. You're just done with everything. No, but
Fuck this guy later.
But yeah, man, I went in there to look at some glasses, and nephew went to get his glasses fixed, and 2 black ladies, man, when we walked in, didn't even want to help us out. They didn't greet us when we came in or nothing like that.
Very rude service.
Very, very rude, my nigga. I was very hurt. So, you know, I'm already kind of just on edge because, you know, I'm not getting customer service. And I've talked about that before about, you know, the customer service nowadays sucks balls, but not good sucking balls because, you know, kind of suck. But anyway.
Yeah. There is a good thing about ball sucking or getting
you know,
your ball sucked,
exactly.
I guess.
So
There's an
I
element.
don't see how that's a bad thing. But anyway, they sucked at their job.
But
Right.
would you like to suck some balls?
No.
Exactly. So that's what that means.
Oh.
So if a woman likes to do it, what does that mean? That's actually like
She's a keeper.
She's a keeper.
Accurate.
But yeah, so you know, I'm looking at some glasses that you know to see which ones that fit my face and whatnot, right? And he's asking them if if this can, you know, his wire can get fixed on his glasses or whatnot. And she's like dumbfounded and shit like that, and I'm like, what? I'm over here in the conversation, so I'm kind of like, what? And I see her cutting her eyes at me like you know, like I'm doing some shit over here.
You're looking
you know?
suspicious over there.
I guess, you know, I'm looking like I need some fucking help because I don't know anything about glasses, you know. But anyway,
Sir, can you step away from the bifocals?
so we walk up to the front because she finally says, yeah, I don't have the tool to do this and do that. Da, da, da. And we're like, what? You're at Lens Crafters. How you not have the tools?
Right.
But anyway, you know, so
You caught the B team. That's what you got. You got the Lens Crafters B team.
I guess. And so we went downstairs because nephew was like, shit, there's another
Glasses
like
place.
glasses place.
You don't
Like,
know what it was called?
It's called Vision Works. Or some
Okay,
shit.
good. Vision. Shout out to Vision Works.
It's actually the people in Vision Works, but it was a guy. It was a white guy.
Well,
and
it's a
white
culture.
lady.
It's a culture that Vision Works creates.
Yeah, I guess so. You know, how the vibe. You know. But yeah, you know. So we went over there and they treated us like fucking kings when we walked in. Like, oh hey, how you doing? Da,
Yeah.
da, da, da.
Yeah.
You know, what do you need? And, you know, and
It was the sales squad.
it was. I'm like, damn, this is like night and day. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shit was weird. So, you know, they had shitty glasses in there, so I didn't even look at the glasses. I was like, that shit sucks, man.
Yeah.
So he gets his glasses you know in line to get fixed or whatnot, and we go back upstairs because we're gonna go in Dillard's or whatnot and look at some stuff, and while we're killing time, we come up the escalator, and I just turn because the Lens Crafters is right next to the Dillard's, so I just turn, like we're going to head towards Dillard's, and I see the lady with 2 fucking security guards. I'm like, yeah, man, it's that bitch right there that with the terrible service. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, blah,
Did you
blah.
tell that to the security guards?
No. I was saying
Nah,
that
I'm
to
fucking
Joseph,
with you,
and when we're just walking, minding our business, and I see all 3 of them look at us.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So I'm like, no, this bitch didn't just accuse us of doing something in that store.
Yeah.
So, we're like
The audacity.
The audacity. So we're about right in front of the Dillard's, right?
Yeah.
And they like rush over to us. Hey, fellas. Hey, were you in the Lens Crafters? Yeah.
Yes, I was.
Yes, I was.
And by the way, I got shitty service while I was in there.
I was like, yes,
if you're investigating shitty service, yes, I was the victim in this case.
I was a victim in this case. But and he was like, I was like, yeah, what's the problem? He was like, well, the lady there was thinking you guys might have taken something. I was like, oh yeah. Taking something, huh? From the store, from Lens Crafters? And he was like, yeah, I don't want to cause a scene though. I said, fuck that.
Yeah. A scene has been caused already.
I was like, fuck that. I said, we're going to go right over there. Let's go.
Yeah.
Because we're not even trying to leave the fucking mall.
Right.
We're killing time anyway.
Yeah.
Like, so if I was going to steal some fucking shit, why would I be killing time in the place I stole some shit at? You know what I'm saying? Doesn't even make any sense.
I mean, well, most criminals are dumb, so.
Man, I guess. But anyway, I've never been a dumb criminal.
Okay, continue.
But
Debatable.
anyway, so we walk into the place, and she's like backing up out of because she was at the front of the store at first, and she's like backing up now because I'm like
Into the store?
Hell yeah,
The
'cause I'm
security
like-
guard's still there?
Yeah, they're next to me.
Yeah.
Because they came over here embarrassing me. Like, I'm fucking, little kid stealing in a fucking mall, bro. I'm fucking hurt, bro. I'm embarrassed. I'm hurt. I'm confused. I'm angry.
Yeah.
Most of all, angry.
Yeah.
So, I don't know how to deal when I'm angry. I just start cussing, and people turn to cunts and bitch ass niggas and shit like that.
I mean, we'll talk about coping skills later on in the podcast.
Yeah, maybe
Most
we
definitely.
should. Maybe we should.
With the bigger issue, but go ahead.
But yeah, so I'm like, so we stole some shit, and nephew was like, Unc, I got it. I was like, nah, fuck that shit. This cunt over here said I stole some shit. That was the first derogatory thing I threw at her. I was like, this cunt said I stole some shit, and she was like,
heavy.
she was like, I'm not talking to him. I was like, fuck that. You accuse me of stealing, bitch.
Yeah.
You can accuse me, but you can't talk to me.
Yeah.
I said, I want to check the inventory. I want to check all the tapes. I want to check all that shit since you're going to accuse me. And he was like, and then nephew was like, we can take things. He's like, well, you can check our pockets. I was like, no, fuck that. No, ain't nobody checking my pockets. I was like, nobody checking shit.
And the security guards over there like,
he was like, no. Then he was like, no, we don't have the right to check your pockets or go through your things anyway. I was like, I don't have any things anyway,
Yeah.
But and nephew was like, Unc, I got it.
Yeah.
He's like, I got it. Go over there. And the lady security officer kind of comes over here and talks to me and shit like that. She's like, I don't think y'all stole anything either. I was like, hey, and I got push button started my motherfucking car, bitch. I'm
what
like,
they got to do with anything?
Ain't got shit. I just wanted to cuss the bitch out.
Yeah.
So and she's like, hey, just calm down. So we're by the railing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And down below us is the Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like directly below us is the Santa Claus. If y'all ever been in Town East Mall, there's like these little square parts, and you can look down below at the lower level.
Right.
So we're looking at the lower level because we're right there by the railing. Me and the lady security officer, and she's like, yeah, I don't think y'all stole nothing. And then all of a sudden we hear somebody get tackled down below, bro.
What?
Yeah, somebody gets tackled down below, and we hear the guy grabbing him, talking about, security,
Wow.
security. We're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So everybody, like the whole mall at the top, like rushes, like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And this dude is like the little hobo dude that runs the little booth for the Santa Claus guy, right?
Is he an elf?
No, he's a big
just
tall
a hobo.
motherfucker. But
Maybe it's a
bro,
tall elf.
He's got this guy pinned to the ground, and he's like surfing him like a surfboard. So I'm thinking in my head, dude knows
Jiu-jitsu,
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Dude knows
Yeah.
jiu-jitsu. He's like riding them, yelling security, security.
Yeah.
He's got a knife. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
Oh.
what the fuck's going on in this fucking mall, bro?
Did he have a knife, bro?
He did have a knife.
Oh, okay.
Because when the
Was he black?
he was black
Nah,
too.
ain't that a
fool.
bitch.
And what was crazy about the whole thing.
Niggas don't even care.
But anyway, that shit totally distracted what was going on about us stealing. So I got
because there were some real
it's
thieves.
just some real thieves. It was just some real action.
Oh, yeah,
But
yeah.
because I don't think he stole anything.
No,
But
okay.
but yeah. So
There's probably not too many other things
So-
you could do in a mall
so
that would require you to be tackled.
So basically, we didn't steal. We didn't steal. So the security was like, "Y'all are straight." So they go
Yeah.
back. They go
Yeah.
downstairs, and I and I turn around, look at the bitch, and she's looking at me like, shit."
You should have said like Wayne did when he was doing his deposition to that judge. You know they can't save you, right? you know they can't save. Like very calmly, like they can't save you.
Nah, well, but after that, because
Yeah.
nephew was in there talking to him,
Yeah.
trying to cool everything down, because I was livid, but
Nephew
I got unmad because of what was going on down below, because I was so
Yeah.
curious about what the
Like,
fuck.
It's some more shit going on.
And that what was going on down there was next to the Vision place. So once all that, so
yeah.
we went into Dillard's after they was like, chill out.
Mm-hmm.
So we went to Dillard's, looking around, and then we went downstairs to get his glasses, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I asked old buddy, like, hey, what happened, man?
Yeah.
And I was upstairs. He was like, man, I don't know. We were just all standing there, and he's like, that black dude just jumped the railing and looked at the Mexican dude, and the Mexican dude was like, hey, man, chill, and he just grabbed him, and he's like, my reaction was just tackle him, get him
That's
off.
beef.
He was like, get him away.
That's real beef. That's when I see you as popping on sight, even if we at a Santa Claus.
That's what it sounded like to me.
Yeah.
Like he was just walking by. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
that's that nigga right
That sound
there.
like real beef to me.
So he went after the dude and they grabbed him and shit like that. And he did have a knife because when Buddy had got the cops over there, because there's actual cops there too.
Yeah.
So the cops have ran over there and jumped on the guy and shit. They didn't beat him up or nothing like that. They just kind of subdued him. It was all cool.
Yeah.
And the guy that they had him first, that had his hand, grabbed the knife out of his hand and threw it on the stage. And he's like,
Wow.
he was like, fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
He
like,
was
man,
like,
I gotta go
damn.
train.
And then he felt like he felt like he needed to make a public service announcement. He's like, hey y'all, this doesn't usually happen.
man.
Everything's cool.
Yeah.
He's like, this is an isolated incident. The cops are like, hey, chill.
Yeah, like I need my Santa shit to keep popping off, man.
Yeah, I need my Santa shit to keep
I
doing.
keep coming. That's
jumping.
crazy. That's fucking
But,
wild.
and I was asking, I was like, do you know Jits or something? He's like, nah, I just, I wrestled a lot when I was a kid and stuff like
Okay.
that. And I was like, oh, it
That's
shows.
where it
And then
is.
he's like, oh, and then he looked at me, and he gave me like a real look after that. And he's like, oh, your ear. He's like, that's why you're asking. I was like, yeah, I was kind of curious because you were like riding like a surfboard. Duke was struggling like a bitch to get up.
had
and he
nice
couldn't.
control right
And he-
there.
And he couldn't, bro. He couldn't. This
Got to
shit was
make sure
funny.
you pummel for that underhook next time because he
Yeah.
probably could have taken your back. But
You had to darce the whole way.
The
You
whole
had to-
time.
The whole
You had
time.
to
the whole
darce
time.
the
He was
whole
turning
way,
into
bro.
you so hard. It was
No,
just
you had
silly.
the arm bar, bro. Why didn't you take it, bro? You should have took it. No,
But that was your
but
week. You were a thief for a minute.
I was a thief for
Yeah.
like that much.
Then you were vindicated.
Man, vindicated because
And then there was some, shout out to nephew being a peacemaker.
Hey, that bitch was gonna get spat on if I got too close
Now,
to the
see,
bitch.
then you
I
would have
was-
been
hey,
tackled.
Then I would have been.
That's
been
one
wrong.
reason to get tackled in the mall is when you spit on
But
people.
I was so hurt, fool.
Yeah.
I don't steal shit.
I would've
fool.
made her feel really shitty.
I was like, bitch, I went to work today. If I was on steal, I wouldn't have went to work, bitch. What the fuck you talking about?
Yeah,
But-
some people still steal.
But that shit hurt my
Still
feelings. But
steal.
what hurt my feelings even more that it was two black women accusing me of stealing, and I went downstairs and the two white people in there treated me like I was gold.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, I felt betrayed. I felt I felt hurt. I felt embarrassed.
Maybe it was
You know
a
what I'm saying?
bigger
It-
ploy
it-
for
it
them to
just-
get you to not spend your black dollars at the white establishment, and the white man was getting you to spend your money with them.
Yeah, I guess
It's a conspiracy.
Yeah.
A conspiracy.
Nah, but it just hurt me. Fool.
That's crazy. That's
That shit hurt
and that
me.
was just one day. That was Friday out of your whole
That was
week.
Friday.
Where is that at? What's
Lenscraft, Town East Mall.
Lenscrafters?
Townies Mall.
Lenscraftgate.
Lenscraftgate. Lenscraftgate.
And they're all so fucking kids.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, there's a child sex ring going on out there. You should have came to this fucking Christmas party instead of
man.
getting
No, no, no.
accused.
That was fun.
Was that
Yes.
Thursday or Friday?
It's Friday. Friday when we were waiting for you to bring plates and forks, and we all had to eat off of napkins
It
instead.
doesn't look like y'all ate off napkin.
No, we didn't because we fucking knew you weren't coming, nigga.
That's
For real?
Yeah, we ate off of plates.
Huh.
Yeah.
You guys knew I wasn't coming on.
Well, yeah.
Once we saw the environment, I was like, yeah, this isn't Pool's vibe. Like families, kids.
Bro, when I thought about it, I was like, nah, that doesn't sound like I want to go to the
Fahad
internet.
was there.
Yeah,
Raheem was there by
Yeah,
himself.
Prada was
Raheem.
like, "You think Pool's gonna come?" No, you kidding?
It's like children and shit.
Yeah,
Like,
me, Bryson,
like you can't- he has no
Parada had his
filter.
wife, his kid.
He
Yeah.
can't come.
He would have
I
been
can't.
so loaded walking in there.
I'd have
It
felt
would-
so.
Then they ran out
That
of
whole
brisket.
place would have smelt.
Ah,
Yeah, first off, I'd have came in and ruined everything with this smell.
Everybody,
They'd be like,
everybody would have this
"Oh,
awkward feel
shit."
to
you,
him.
you
Like,
couldn't. You wouldn't have been worse than Ed when he showed up. Like it was open mat.
Yeah,
He showed up and walked
And his
around with
gi?
his shoes on. He had his gi with him, but he walked around barefoot with just his socks
he
on
didn't
the whole
have
time.
just his socks
Oh
on.
man,
The whole
that's
time.
alright.
Hey, he felt like home. We
That's
made him
alright.
feel like
That's
home.
fine.
But he have like decent clothes on or something.
He had on like a t-shirt and some pants with no belt. His pants were falling off.
I mean, he
Oh.
was more dressed than I was.
Yeah, and that's saying. Well, that's not saying.
I was basically in this.
Yeah, and he got his brown belt.
Yeah, I
Well,
heard about
let's not talk about it.
Okay. But yeah, so that was how your week was. Your week was solid.
Yeah.
Pretty smooth. Yeah, everything was good. My week was same way. Pretty.
But other than that, my week was good.
My little boy had his Nutcracker performance at Green Hill.
How was it?
And you know, when we go, it's like I don't know if y'all familiar with Green Hill School, but it's basically like a college. It's basically like a community. It's huge.
My little sister went there.
They have a fucking theater. Like their theater is huge. Like so we go in there and they've got, you know, I'm just expecting this little like, okay, it's the Nutcracker, right? It turns out they've got the longest running Nutcracker performance in Dallas Fort Worth area. It's been going on for 66 years.
Oh,
And
wow.
it's just the kindergartners that do it every year, kindergartners. And huge
But it-
production, costumes.
But is it good?
Oh, it was dope. I ain't gonna lie, it was really fucking good. Cause they just do like some of the songs. Each grade has like 2 classes, so they all like get a song and got the Spanish dancers and like there's these little I don't know. He was a candy flute or whatever, and they do these little choreographed dances. They all did really well though. It
Dad, I'm a candy flute.
was, that's
Great, son.
yeah, way to
That's
go.
great.
Yeah.
Way to go.
Take that
Fucking fruit.
Take that makeup off your fucking face.
fruit.
take that white makeup off.
That's exactly it. Yeah,
Take that white
lipstick and
makeup off.
makeup on. But no, it was good, man. Everything turned out fun. It was a blast. But segueing from that back to you getting picked on for being a thief. It's kind of like you got bullied, huh?
This nigga.
Kind of like you got bullied, huh?
Yeah, man.
Hey,
That's our topic today.
What's his name? Called me to make fun of me too.
Who?
D.
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 Yeah,
He's
I was talking
and
to
he
him.
was like, "What you in there stealing, boy?" I was like, "Shut up."
I was on the phone with him, and he was like, "Bro, I'm gonna let you go." Nephew calling me, and then he texted me like 30 minutes later. I was like, "Bro, them niggas got accused of stealing." I was like, "I forgot to tell you that." Yeah, they did. But yeah, it seems like Lens Crafters bullied you a little bit, huh?
Yeah.
Talking about episode 19 of the Black Privilege Podcast.
I stood up for myself.
That is our topic of discussion: bullying. Bullying. That's what it is. Is it just this? Let's
Sometimes
talk about it. Is
Sometimes it's psychological.
the majority of the time it's psychological.
Yeah.
You know? You think
and-
so?
Oh, definitely, and that's what I was gonna get into. Let's ask that question. Let's
Weren't
find.
you on the other side of the fence the other night?
I'm on. Oh yeah, I'm on a lot of fences.
Well-
What I'm feeling is, where do we draw the line? Where is it? Where does teasing become bullying, or is teasing just a lighter version of bullying? Where is ribbing turn into bullying, or is it the same as bullying? We know that physical intimidation, we usually attribute that definitely with bullying.
Yeah.
But at what point does that nigga Pool think he fly? Da, 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 da.
Okay.
Where does that turn into bullying, and where does?
Can I say something real quick?
Nah, say what you going, nigga.
All
We
right.
on the Black Privilege Podcast. God damn it.
All right. Like now, bullying. It's not a good thing. No.
Obviously.
It's not.
Well,
it's
well,
not, now,
debatable.
But it's not a national epidemic like people are
They trying to make it
they're
seem.
trying to make it seem.
It's not the
I
opioid
was having
epidemic.
a problem with that earlier, man. I couldn't figure out how to, get it. But anyway, yeah. It's not a like a national epidemic like they're trying to make it seem.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got bullied. I've never been, the biggest kid. I've always been the smallest kid. Actually, I've never had height. I wasn't like the big kid that then everybody outgrew me. No, I was always the small motherfucker, bro.
Yeah.
So I always got made fun of for being small. I always got picked on. I even to where a nigga tried to put his hands on me a couple times. But I've always been super aggressive, hyper aggressive. So
Yeah.
that's the wrong move
You
with
don't
me.
say.
That's the wrong move with me because
Yeah.
I'm a fucking trip.
But okay, I don't want to cut you off in the statement, but I want to touch on that before you get too far away from it. I told somebody that that's what you were gonna say. That
No,
you
no,
were no. I don't want you to, I told somebody that's what you were gonna say, and then I want to ask you just on that notion that you got bullied. Is it bullying if you're willing to, if you're not fearful of the altercation, if you're not fearful,
Yes.
or it changes your mentality,
Yes.
or is it just the
Because it gave me little man complex. Because I didn't see myself as, I didn't see myself as different, than anybody
they
else
addressed
until
it.
somebody addressed it. And now I always, get short jokes. Like the short jokes, they come a mile a fucking minute from women, from kids, from friends, from peers, everywhere. I'm talking about to this day at 33 years of age, my nigga.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, if I succumb to somebody, to bullying me, making fun
But I
of
was gonna
something,
say, but then
making fun of something I can't change physically.
You
know
think
what I'm
that's
saying?
bullying?
That's bullying. Something you can't change.
Or is it teasing?
Yes, it's
And
the
you
same,
think it's still bullying?
It's the same thing. It's the same thing for me.
Yeah.
Teasing, bullying, it's the same thing. It's the same
Because
thing.
I guess I would attribute bullying with more of an intimidation factor, whether being physical or mental. And I feel like
just intimidation.
well, I feel like there has to be that element for it to be defined
But-
as bullying. To me, I don't know
But
because I haven't looked up the definition. I would like to know what the definition
Of bullying?
of what they would
Got a
describe.
computer in front of you.
Yeah, he's got a phone. I'm trying to look at the feeds, nigga.
I have
but
2% battery. I need to get my.
oh yeah, you're slipping
You're tripping, bro.
because you got to get some pictures, brother.
But yeah.
But and that's what I feel like. That's the element I feel like has to exist. Otherwise, it is just ribbing. Because you could say something about me, and if I say something back to you, am I then bullying you?
No.
Okay. I'm not.
No, I mean-
that the response to it is not bullying. Because like I said,
the response to it is a defense.
is it
Just
if
like
it's the
just
same
like
thing?
racism. Like if somebody calls me a nigger and I call him a honky, trying to defend myself.
Well, honky isn't necessarily.
Oh,
What? Slow down with the H word, bro.
Watch out with that honky and
The arg-
cracker talk.
that was a hard H, man.
But the argument I would make with that is that the two aren't equal, though. The two aren't equivalent at all because honky doesn't have that racist connotation to it, though we want it to. It
what
doesn't.
about gay?
It doesn't
calling
historically.
calling somebody a fag.
That I mean, that's a derogatory statement, definitely. I mean, but like I said, the response to me
But I
would
think
have to be an intimidating.
I'm getting away from the subject at hand. Bullying.
Yeah, bullying.
But
and that's why I say
when
I want to draw the line
if you like,
somewhere.
oh, that's stupid ass beads. Yeah,
Bullied me.
what's-
So you know what I'm
that's
saying?
That stupid ass polo hoodie.
Bullied me. I bullied you back.
Nah.
But you bullied me because you talked about my beads. That's why I wonder where is
So,
it like
but-
teasing? Where is that?
So,
but
is it physical? If I'm touching
not
you?
even fit. That's why I say whether it be physical or mental. But I feel like there has to be an intimidating factor. There can't. I feel like there has to be one in which the person is fearful of something or intimidated by the notion of whatever it is you said or did. So if I said like yeah, nigga, I always got on polo and shit like that. All right,
You don't know nothing else, nigga. You don't know
all right,
nothing
so
else?
then that equivalent to this bitch ass nigga got on motherfucking polo and shit. That's way more intimidating, right?
Why?
That-
It's just words.
just words, but it's it's the way you do it.
That's right.
the-
It's the use of superior strength or influence to intimidate someone, typically to force him or her to do whatever one wants.
so
So when they take the lunch money and they make you do the homework.
yeah,
Like a form of peer pressure can be
can be bullying.
bully because I was
definitely.
like bullied into
Like,
With
like
the mental.
smart guy. He used to get bullied by the other kids, and they made him do his homework and shit. Made him do the homework and shit.
That's
yeah,
fucked
y'all
up.
remember Smart Guy, right?
Yeah, smart guy.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah.
Tens of
That's
Razzle,
my
bro.
shit, bro.
Yeah.
but
nah, I feel like that's what I feel like is a lot of, like you were saying, it's not an epidemic. I feel like it's not an epidemic as well. I feel like what we've decided to do now in the
But-
information technology era, we've broadened the definition of it so much to where everything falls into it.
And I also think that we took out of our society standing up for one another, because we wouldn't stand for that shit. Like we did the teasing and shit. But if somebody like
Well,
I never saw physical intimidation
Nah.
without somebody being like, "Hey, my nigga, chill with the shit,
yeah,
bro. You ain't got to do all that."
And
You know, you
teasing,
can make fun of
and
niggas'
by
shoes
teas-
and shit.
And by
but-
teasing, I mean I would only joke with somebody that was open and willing to joke back. I
Yeah.
never was I
Well,
never teased someone that wouldn't attack.
I never was good at the joking back. I never was. So
Yeah.
I developed thick skin because I knew I couldn't. I wasn't quick on my shit like
Yeah.
that. So I wouldn't be like, oh, well, your shit too, my nigga.
Yeah,
No.
crazy enough, I got a lot of my
I did.
my verbal interjections and
From getting roasted?
from my mom.
Oh yeah, your mama is quick.
My
with the
mom
tongue.
is quick with her tongue, and just growing up around that, it's kind of like, damn, she got me.
She got me.
Damn, she got me again. So you get quicker, you get more sarcastic, you get humor. I remember being like elementary age, and we used to watch stand up comedy, like adult stand up comedy, whether
Right.
it be Def Jam or anything that would have
Right.
been on. Like comedy was a big part of my family, so I feel like in
I just was never good at it.
understanding that wit. It's like that helped me develop that I guess you would say that response or being able to respond back with
All
just
my
your
art-
words.
All my art is physical.
Yeah, and that's why I wonder. That's why I want to draw. There's got to be a line somewhere where it's like, at what point does it become? If somebody's willing to, and that's why I say, if you do,
it's how it affects your self-esteem.
and that's what I want to
and-
get at.
That too.
That's what I wanna
because
get at.
Everybody's
If you-
different.
Yeah, well, so like with me,
Mm-hmm.
I was they attempted to bully me. I was dyslexic. I had to go off out of class all the time.
Yeah.
I couldn't read in front of class. Like what I just read right there.
Super hard.
Yeah.
You've come a long way.
Yeah, I've come a
You've
long
come a long
way.
way.
Just
Like
from the time that
for
we-
real, from being able to read in front of people
Oh,
right
it's hard
now.
for motherfuckers.
It's super,
If
super
you did
hard
it in front
because
of
my brain interprets things differently. But people made fun of me about that in school.
Yeah.
What I did, one thing, basically, my parents told me was like, "Hey, these people don't matter. They just don't
Right.
matter.
They don't.
Most of them you'll never ever see again.
Yeah.
Once you're done with your childhood.
Easier said than done.
Easier said than done. And then obviously with martial arts too, it just kind of that helped me out
With confidence. And
deal
stuff.
with confidence, but not even confidence, just dealing with idiots.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom also told me there's a lot of shitty people.
Yeah.
So
You're getting
it's-
firsthand experience
It's how
of that.
it's how it's how you want to take in their info, right? So it's like they say something to you about like, oh well, you're stupid, or whatever, whatever. Just be like, okay,
Yeah.
whatever, dude,
Right.
and just walk on.
Don't like fuel to the fire.
Yeah, don't. And then once you're able to do that
Mm-hmm.
and establish, like, man, this guy is doing this. It's sad that he's trying to hurt
do that.
me.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
but a lot of people, like a lot of parents, don't teach that type
They don't.
of confidence in their kids because they don't have that confidence
Right.
themselves.
Yeah,
and that's what I was about to say
But
about
they say hurt
about
peop-
this
hurt
about
people,
this
hurt
this
people.
generation, because I see a lot of people not. I don't want to talk about people how they raise their kids, but I see it, and because I don't have any children, and I see a lot of outside looking in, but I'm good at observing.
Yeah.
And I see that people don't teach their kids. A lot of standing up for themselves. They teach them a lot of well, you know what I'm saying. They don't teach that stand up for
I feel
themselves.
like
It's a lot of silent majority out there that they because
I feel like they fight the battles for them.
that too, and they fight the battles for them.
And that's
you
the
know what I'm saying?
prob-
Tell me what happened. Tell me, no.
And to me,
you
that's-
you need to stand up. Because my mama used to
Yeah.
always tell me that shit. Hey, don't let nobody do you any sort of way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We got that shit from our
And-
parents.
and that's
don't
That's true.
don't
That's
don't,
what-
don't let nobody do you any type of way.
And
I don't give a
that's-
fuck what the teacher say. What none of that shit.
Yeah.
Don't let that
you
person
won't be
do
in
you
trouble.
That.
And that's why
You
I
will
feel,
not be in trouble with me.
But that's why I feel like at some point, did it become that bullying just was ineffective, or was it that the bullying never went to an intimidation standpoint? Because
Well, no,
I feel like if you're willing to, if I'm
did.
no, but I'm saying if I'm sitting there as me and knowing how my parents raised me, and to say that, oh, if you get bullied or somebody messes with you, fight, do whatever, it don't matter. You're not getting in trouble. There's no repercussions, basically.
Right.
So if I'm sitting there not worried about repercussion, and somebody does something to me and I fight, was I bullied? Was I bullied?
You were-
Because I was willing to go to. I was willing to. I was.
But just because
because it
you
has
were willing
time.
To,
It has taken time to get to that point.
Right.
The boiling point.
You had to defend
That's a
yourself.
boiling point.
Yeah.
If you had to
Okay.
defend yourself, you
Well,
were
no,
bullied,
And
bro.
look, and if you've gotten bullied so many times and you finally step up that one time and
And
fight,
fight. Mhm.
the next altercation you have when somebody goes, "Hey, man, you're
Be
fucking
a little
idiot.
bit sooner.
Boom. It's just gonna happen
Right.
because you're gonna go. Okay,
see no problem with that.
This is not gonna escalate any further.
Yeah.
We're not going no
So,
further. with that.
so if the bully's intentions are to create that physical altercation with me by using his words, and then I fight them, then like they win, right?
In a sense,
Regardless
yes.
of the outcome.
It's a lose. That's a lose-lose because you will. I want to say, well, it's kind of on the line.
Just
of
depending on the
lose-lose.
situation.
Because if you hit him, he wins because there will be repercussions that happen to you.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I've got
Maybe.
suspended.
But-
I've
And
gotten
then
suspended.
if you turn around and leave,
It might just continue.
it may continue. Nothing resolves from there,
Mm-hmm.
or you turn off. You turn around and leave. You never see that person
It's
again.
such a
and you
complex
go,
thing.
You
It-
go.
it can
and
be.
out your
It's
way
so
not to
complex.
run into that person.
And I feel like that kid has to go through the trial and error with that situation. But back to my
The
my-
bully or the one getting bullied?
the one getting bullied. He
See,
has-
and yeah,
but
yeah.
let me go back to I was making that statement about society.
Yeah.
It's not only the child, sometimes that's getting bullied that needs to stand up. If other people are
Around,
watching
yeah.
watching this shit, other kids like my mama told me don't
Stand
let
up
don't,
for
stand,
yeah.
stand,
Yeah.
don't let no fuck
Girls,
shit happen. Girls,
small- yeah,
all that shit.
definitely.
Don't let no fuck shit just go on. You know what I'm saying? Like I was watching this video of this little black boy. Like I think it was like in
Oh yeah,
Maryland or
getting
something.
getting slapped in the face on the bus. Just sitting there
Bro, he was getting slapped in the face on a bus, bro. Like just getting slapped, and another kid was filming the fucking shit.
yeah.
Like, no, nigga.
Yeah.
Stop. You know what I'm saying? Don't
Right.
let the nigga just get, like, I'm talking about the whole bus ride and they was getting slapped. Bop,
Yeah.
Bop, 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 bop. Just getting slapped. I'm like, damn, man.
Right.
That's fucked up. But in another situation where this kid actually hung himself at 11 years old, bro.
Yeah.
This little black kid hung himself at 11 years old because he didn't know how to convey to people because the teachers knew and like the security cameras and the principals, they all knew that he was getting physically bullied, but they weren't telling his mom that he was getting physically
Yeah.
bullied, but they were just saying he was having a problem with this kid or that kid. He was getting physically hit on.
Right.
But and when I saw the fucking videos of the boy getting hit on, like there's like
So many people
there's,
around.
There's like so
just-
many other kids around watching the little boy get hit and fall on the ground. I'm like, damn,
Nobody's
like,
helping.
why are the other little kids so much of fuck people?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That they wouldn't stand up for their fucking classmate. Like you see this little nigga every day. Like if I saw the little nigga in my class every day, I wouldn't let him while we're going to the bathroom get slapped in the face unconscious, my nigga.
Yeah.
He got slapped in the face unconscious the day before he hung himself. I'm like,
I
what
say,
the
at
fuck?
At 11,
what the fuck?
At 11 though, easier said than done.
I
Yeah,
understand
for
that,
real.
Especially
But-
being
but-
the other
but-
kid
but
that's
I-
not the
no,
one getting
no,
picked on.
I understand
You're in
that,
the safe
but
space.
I understand
That's
that.
a lot to
but
expect from an 11.
I understand that, but that's what happened when we were kids. When we were kids, I saw somebody interject. I sometimes interjected. Like it never got to a point where I wanted to see a nigga just get fucked off, bro.
Yeah.
And like these, like I feel like we have that culture now that we'll watch that shit. We'll just watch the fuck shit happen, even though we're like, damn, that's fucked up. I would never do nothing like
It's kind
that.
of like that.
Even though they did it.
It's kind of like that.
'Cause-
Stamp.
Well, there's a lot of cowards.
Because I see it in adults. I
There's-
see that same action in adults watching the fuck shit happen.
because there's a lot of cowards out
And it's
there.
a lot of cowards out there, and they teach these cowardice ways to their fucking
They're
children.
not gonna if it's not bothering them, then they're
exactly.
Not
If it's not me, I don't give a fuck.
or nothing that they like. If it was one of their friends, or something.
But that-
I feel like as a society we forget that we're not alone. Even though if you feel like you're alone, you didn't build a road for you to drive on. Somebody helped you out with that shit. You didn't build
But
that. You didn't buy that. I mean, you
We
didn't make
touched
the
on
car
it
that you
though. We
drove.
touched on
You
it
know
on
what I'm saying?
another
Like, we're
episode.
here.
We touched on it on another episode. We were just saying that lack of empathy. That lack of empathy. If you truly had empathy, you could look at whatever child that is and say, "Well, hey, if that was mine, I would want to behave in this way." How do you teach that to your kids? How do you teach your kids to be in a safe place, a place of safety, and then put themselves in danger, in harm's way? At 11, 12. You
And
know,
I-
that's a tough
I know,
task.
I know, because it's a
And-
lot of
and-
'cause
and
it's
as a black-
it's a lot of overparenting.
No,
now.
but and as a black man, to have a black child, do you tell your child to interject in something as dangerous as that? That could you know what I mean? Like there can be such negative ramifications.
I don't
from
know.
that.
I haven't been through that situation.
Not saying,
with a
but I'm
child.
just saying to think
I
of.
haven't been through that situation.
I'm just saying
at
to
all.
think of that angle as well. To be like, okay, there's two kids and they're getting into it, and then you tell your black kid, hey, you help that kid.
You're gonna you guys are gonna have to give that.
Well,
that,
okay,
that,
so
that thing,
this is what I tell them.
It's just very
look,
complex.
say,
Because I tell my son, I said, go and say, hey, he looks like he doesn't like that. Like that's the first thing I tell him he doesn't like that. That's what I tell him to say. But I mean they're 6 right now.
Yeah.
But that at 12, 11, it can be, oh well, fuck him. Who are you now? Now I'm gonna direct all my shit to you. And I get wanting to raise them in a place of, like you say, of leadership, of being brave, standing up for the little man. But you also want them to make it home.
Look,
you also don't want them.
I have
to be,
an 11 and a 10-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is basically what I tell them. If one of your buddies and one of your friends is getting beaten up, okay, like really beaten up, not just this in the bathroom getting slapped around, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like really beaten up. Y'all have the skills to make it stop. You make it stop.
Right. You've been blessed.
Okay.
You've been
If somebody is
bestowed
being verbally abused and being talked to bad by another student, you also have the ability and the skill to stop that by going and talking to a teacher.
De-escalating or even
No,
yourself,
just going and talking to the teacher, telling the teacher, "Hey, this is happening right now.
Yeah.
This is going on.
We need to do something," because that doesn't direct stuff onto them.
Right.
That who nobody knows who went to the
anonymous.
Yeah, kind of being anonymous.
Yeah, and then
in a
going
sense.
back to the bigger issue again, how complex it is. We're talking about undertrained teachers that don't have conflict resolution.
Bro, they were undertrained back then too.
No, but I'm saying
Or
that like
they're
where you're
weak.
talking about the
There's
element
a lot
of
weak. There's tons of weak people.
I'm talking
a lot
about
of power.
I'm talking about the anonymity of it though, because you could have such and such said something as simple as that. You know what I mean? It fucks up everything. But like I say, it's the trust in the teachers, the trust in it's so complex how things can just blow out of hand and get out of
because that child that hung himself, his parents because after the kid died, they saw all the videos that the school had, and they're like, "What the fuck?
Yeah.
Y'all didn't even tell us that he got, what I'm saying, that he was getting physically harmed at school,
right?
Because the kid was coming home and telling like, "Hey, look, this is going on."
And see, the administration are probably
and they try and the mother tried to get him out to school and stuff like that, and it was too late. Like it was red tape that they didn't know about. Like it was too late to transfer schools and stuff like that. So he had to stay at the school, and so he was subjected to the bullying from these certain students. It was never all at once. It was like different times that he get bullied.
Yeah, because that's how it usually happens. It's not usually hey, there's a kid I'm gonna bully, let me go beat him up. Yeah, because that would be it.
Well, there's also up at their school, they have like a couple kids in each grade that are known bullies. Even the teachers know this kid just picks on other kids. Just does it because either they're new, they're bigger than everybody, they may not be as smart as everybody or get it, and they feel inferior, so they have to go
project it.
Yeah, they have to go, get that out.
They project
or
that anger.
They're getting their ass beat at the house by their parents,
and they project that
tons
anger.
of neglect there. Maybe older brothers, bigger sisters.
I've fought
doing
those
the same
bullies,
things.
and I've become friends with those bullies because I was in those classes,
but they
with
just
those,
don't treat them right. Like
I know
the school does not attack
they
it
don't.
right.
They never have.
They don't try to.
They never have.
Even if the parent, because a lot of these, because I know.
Do we want to though? Do we want to take? Because that's what we talked about a little bit at the Christmas
a lot of parents
party.
do.
No. This is what we talked about at the gym. We said when you take away that element of them being able to self-regulate, of course, there's going to be instances in which somebody commits. I think some girl committed suicide because her father punished her for not doing well in school and cut her hair off. Like that's gonna happen. Do we then well, he needs to be locked up forever? Do we go overboard and risk? Okay, so with the
That
bullying,
knee-jerk reaction is problematic as
so
well.
it's problematic. But how many times have we seen where, like, it's very prevalent in the black community where you fuck up in school, we give you the old George Jefferson, you know, cut the top part of your hair bald. It's a new thing, but it's what they do.
Yeah,
so what they do is they embarrass you, and they say you need to be you wild out in school and you humiliate me in your school, so I'm gonna humiliate you. That's just the way they parent it, whether right or wrong or whatever. You saw, you know, so what I'm asking is, when you have this, let's say you created like a zero tolerance policy, just kind of like how you do with drugs and weapons and stuff. You then take out that chance for them to self-regulate, for them to get to the place to where you can have those leaders step up or somebody come through bully. Because would you want to take away what happened to you?
No.
Exactly. I got bullied as well. Not bullied. I feel like, because I hung around older kids, there were times where I felt like, yeah, this big motherfucker could beat the shit out of me. I'm just going to remain silent and not do anything or whatever. You know, I'll go into my little safe space, so to say. I wouldn't take that shit for, you know, like that.
I was actually in the nerd class with the nerds.
Yeah.
That would be, you know, that weren't as socially inept as some of the other students, as like the athletes that I was around, you know, because I was like the only, like, I guess, popular student in some of those classes, like the only.
Yeah. So you were the smartest one with Down syndrome. No, that's what they say. That's the joke. Yeah.
But no, so I was in those classes, and, you know, I would befriend some of those kids that would, you know, that would ask me some of those questions, like, why is he tripping on us like that? And I'm like, bro, this nigga don't know no better and thinks that's just funny. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's you know, or I would interject when some of those kids would try to pick on someone, because I would befriend some of those kids. Yeah. Some of those kids were my friend. Yeah. You know, and they would walk down the cool hallway and you know, I was like, hey, whoa, it's my nigga, bro. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You know.
But what I'm asking is that do you feel like we would do would there be a greater evil that would occur if we created something like a zero tolerance policy?
No, that would be terrible. And
I think so too.
I feel like
it would be terrible. But here's the thing: is
I feel like it's bad. They got them in.
Once
in
a kid starts terrorizing
uniforms.
Another kid, they need coping skills.
Yeah,
both of them.
The kid. I think the kid bullying. I think we're
the kid bullying needs it more.
That's what I was gonna say. I think that we're not addressed, because I feel like that is a bigger issue.
He's still gonna be like that.
Yeah.
That's like, you know, when they have that, they just they have to always interject and always be in there and all that, you know, always have to. Oh, you would.
Little bladder.
But always have to do shit like that, you know, and be always out there.
Yeah.
That's almost like an alpha type style of mentality. They're always going to be like that, because if you get them help, or if, like, the schools actually kind of sat down with them every day for a little bit and went through, I don't know something that helped them start coping with their anger, so they don't push it out on other people. Right. How to take it, how to acknowledge it, how to honor it, and how to let it go.
Right.
Like, they actually taught that, then you would not, you would still have somewhat of bullying. Yeah. But it wouldn't get to an extent to where a kid will come back and shoot all these kids.
And that's what I feel. I feel like I wonder, and that's why I wanted to kind of define
and then some kids are just weird.
Because like when we talked about, like, like, is there a line between teasing, ribbing, and bullying? And
what's ribbing?
Ribbing to me is the same thing. Like, snap. Like, you know, I used to snap, like, your mama is your mom, like, shit like that.
Okay.
I feel like if we define it as broadly as that, we're all guilty of fucking bullying.
Well, for sure, I definitely am. I can tell you that.
Everybody is.
But here's the thing: it's like, so.
But that's why I say, how far do?
That's a cool ass note. Went to the gym, Dad.
That's why I want to say, because it's like, yeah, I did the same thing. Would I consider myself a bully? No, I wasn't ever a bully. But did I joke and tease and rib?
I bully sometimes. I ain't gonna lie. Consistently on a daily basis.
So that's what I'm wondering. So where do we draw
other kids? They will take a classroom of 20.
No, I know there's an extreme, like, that we can clearly define. Yeah. But that's why I say, at what point do we decide that, well, this is a gray area? I wouldn't classify this person as a bully. Yeah. I wouldn't, because I don't think I wouldn't consider Jason having been a bully. Well, you know what I'm saying? From the time that I knew him.
I know what you're talking about.
I have bullied people that bullied me. Like if you come at, like it's like forever beef with me, like I will always terrorize you. I will always
Yeah.
fuck with you after that. After you've already fucked with me, I will always fuck with you.
Yeah.
But that's
why
I don't see that as bullying either. I feel like that's defending myself, and I'm giving you the same thing you get. I'm giving you the same energy you want to give
Same
me.
medicine.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, man, it's just I totally forgot what I was gonna say.
I'm sorry. My bad.
You were talking about coping, and I feel like the ones that can't cope, whether it be the ones that get bullied or the ones that do the bullying, they end up having usually some major character flaws.
Yeah, they end up in the system.
But bullying
Sometimes they don't.
I'm like Joe
Yeah.
Rogan though, but take bullying out of the equation. There's something else that would have exposed those character flaws in them. They're in them. They're in you. That's who you are. Like having an addictive personality. You could get hooked on heroin, meth, or you could be hooked on video games, or you could want to, like there's so many levels to it. It's like if you've got an addictive personality, you've got an addictive personality. If you take away that element, that doesn't mean that you're still not going to have an addictive personality. The same way with those coping skills or with anger issues, whatever it may be. If you were the kid that killed themselves because they got bullied at 11,
I would never be able to tell my story.
No, you probably would have been one that would have been suicidal at the first sign of a heartbreak or the first major job loss.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I feel
That's
like that was
true,
in
but
them.
look,
that's how I felt
Not
about
100%,
that.
but I feel like there's more.
If
y'all
that's
watch that Netflix
identified,
thing,
like
that 13
it-
Reasons,
what?
that Netflix
I never
thing
watched it though.
That's how I felt about that Netflix thing. Like she got hurt by I'm talking about like super hurt by everything that happened.
Yeah.
And then
the most pettiest
shit that happened, bro. And she killed herself.
Yeah.
After 13 people.
But
like,
look, so
it was
if
like
it's
crazy.
addressed early,
Yeah.
that could change future things.
But and I'm glad that you said that, because going to what I was touching on a little bit earlier, in today's society with the availability of so much information, we've broadened the spectrum on everything from blood pressure to autism to everything. Everything is more broadened than ever, right?
Right.
So if we start classifying these kids as troubled or whatever you want to classify them
Everybody's
as,
fucking trouble.
not even saying everybody, but just saying that doesn't that do a lot of drama to traumatic? Doesn't that fuck with them too?
I think it does because
Haven't been in therapy
because
since 11, 12.
Right now, they're trying to say most of the inner city black kids have PTSD.
No. What they're trying to do is avoid saying that.
Yeah.
But we know it. We know that shit to be fact. But they don't want to, because as soon as they do classify it as that, they have to address it. There has to be resources available to us. There has to be programs created, but they'll never give it to us. They'll never give that shit to us.
That's why they can't go down that slippery slope of this bullying shit.
And that's what I'm talking about.
Because as soon as you go down that slippery slope, you have to start giving money to minorities.
Yeah, everybody. I'm talking
That's
about
not what they want to do.
because
That's not what the government wants to do.
And that's something
they're already not giving for the education.
We can segue into that because we can talk about the Keaton Jones incident that happened. Viral video that went out on the internet last week or so. Kid crying to his mom, didn't want to go to school. He was getting bullied at school. I haven't even watched the whole video of it. I just seen clips of it, and I've heard people talk about it. But that's the gist of it. He was getting bullied.
Yeah, I watched the whole thing.
Yeah,
did you?
He cried.
Of course
he
he
was
did.
very, it was a very traumatic situation. Outpouring of support. Of course, you don't want any kid to feel that way about going to school. Yeah, you don't want any kid to feel like that going to school. And then it comes out that the mother is racist or allegedly racist. It comes out that the father is for sure racist.
Yeah.
That he's a white supremacist.
for sure.
For sure one. And then other stories leak out saying that Keaton Jones may have actually had some sort of hate speech, calling people niggers, this, that, and other. And that's what created the violent
salami in the pants.
What? Oh yeah, that's what started. That's what did that. Is that what happened?
The salami in the pants.
They put like turkey or some shit in his
Oh
pants.
man,
bro.
that's what I was gonna say. That's a weird way
Like,
to say like
they
fight.
didn't hurt him. They were just trying to embarrass him.
And then and that's what might have ignited all of this, the bullying or whatever. So then
where'd they get the turkey from anymore?
So
Or the
then you
salami?
say, like, what type of cafeteria do I have? So then it comes out from a white guy, MMA fighter. I can't remember his name. I think it's Joe Schilling, maybe.
Joe Schilling.
Yeah, he's a
Bellator fighter or
that
producer?
he's fought on Lions Fight. He's
Okay.
a Muay Thai fighter.
Yeah.
Like he's badass.
Yeah, he is.
He's
So
dope.
he reached out to the family and wanted to and wanted to go and like fly the kid out, have a have him see some fights, this, that, and another, and the
Put him in jail.
and
Show him how to
basically
fucking
show.
kick
I mean,
somebody in the
everybody.
face.
I'm talking about Snoop Dogg reached out. Like everybody reached out. The mother created a GoFundMe page, got up to about $58,000. And like I say, Joe Schilling reached out and said, "Yeah, I want to fly him out, do this, that, and another." The mother was only interested in him sharing the GoFundMe link and stuff. And she spoke.
and she wanted this money.
She wanted
Yeah.
the money. She spoke very
you
straightforward
got-
about
you
it,
got some
saying
money?
saying that, yeah, I'm poor. We need to stick together as white people, kind of thing. And can you just look out for me? And he was like, he got upset, of course, saying like, what is this money going to do for your kid? Bullying.
He was taken aback.
Which is kind of strange to
He
me,
clutched his pearls.
because what I think is, well, what is taking him out of his element for a little while going to do? At the same rate, it makes
Yeah.
you feel better about it, but that doesn't mean he's not going to get bullied at school.
Showing just like that one time when that chick was trying to bash her soul, she's talking about she wasn't gonna watch it because what good is it gonna do? 'Cause I was like, shit, we talk jiu-jitsu and talking jiu-jitsu helps people. Showing him MMA, showing him jiu-jitsu.
No. He just wanted to go. He wanted to show him like the actual fight, like the main event type shit. It wasn't like he was trying to start. Think that'll start it.
Open your mind.
Yeah.
Like because that's what opened my
No,
mind.
he was
That's-
wanting to take
that's
him
what-
in for like private lessons.
Like,
Oh,
that's-
okay.
that's
Yeah.
what-
No, he was gonna
but
show
just
him how
watching
to
UFC
defend
open
himself.
my
Oh,
mind.
okay.
Just
Yeah, I
watching
didn't get
UFC
into
open my
that.
mind to jiu-jitsu.
Right.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? That's how I was like, oh, I want to do something.
Right,
Like,
I
wanna
didn't get
try
any
it.
of that. So then to me, if that was your goal, then to me it wouldn't have been. Just speaking on the other
No, that
side
wasn't
of it.
That wasn't his goal.
No,
I think
no.
his goal was trying to show him something,
Something of
some-
value.
Something of
Yeah,
value.
let me
to get
finish.
him set up.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. If that was your goal, to me, on the other side of it, I would say, well, yeah, then the money would be beneficial to continue him training and doing this once he gets back to his house. Is that fair? Or is
No.
that okay? So that's not fair to say that
No,
that's what
he
the
doesn't
money.
need that. That's not what the money's for. The money
No.
was-
I'm saying that to have been as against it as he
You
was
would throw
initially.
it in all together. Be like, hey,
I'm gonna support.
yes,
Yeah. I'll
but
start
could
him
you
here.
throw out my GoFundMe? If I bring him in, can you throw out my GoFundMe instead of denying? Going, no, he doesn't need that. We just need the money.
Yeah. I get that.
That's where that's coming from.
Yeah. I get
but
that. But
if she would have took his offer
and just been like,
and been like, hey,
I'll use this money
Throw
to
me-
continue
yeah,
him training and this,
throw
that,
me
and
out
other.
there.
If
This
she
will
was
help
if
for
she was a
Christmas
good
for
fucking
training.
con man, she would have done that.
But
She
she's
was a
so
good fucking con.
so
She was so
goddamn
fucking
ignorant.
retarded.
Yeah.
Or not. Let's not say
Probably the
retarded.
meth.
She was so fucking stupid that she.
But so it went from all this outpouring of sympathy, outpouring of support, to where it was like, hey, we started kind of getting into the bolts and screws of who you are as a parent, who you are as a person, and
But
this
you're raising.
This is what got me. She had a Facebook post that said something along the lines of like, dear, don't quote me on the whole thing, but this is basically the gist of it. It says, "Dear butthurt Americans, if there's no bleeding, no bone sticking out, and you can breathe," and then in all caps it says, "Stop crying." And the rest of it just went on to say kind of like, if you're against what's going on in America or whatever with the because it was addressed towards the national anthem protest.
Right.
And she said, well, I'll stand. So that's fine. Like I told everybody, my argument isn't with her being racist, because I don't care if you're racist or not. A child was involved, and I don't feel like a child should be.
I do care if you're treasonous though. When y'all have them fucking flags up, them fucking Confederate flags, that's treason, motherfucker.
That's fine.
That's going against America.
Okay, I can be against Kimberly Jones, but Keaton Jones has no political background or backing or understanding of what
He was
any of
holding
that
the flag.
stuff is. That's fine. And if I put a Confederate flag on my son, does that mean he's he's racist now? All I'm saying is that when we break it down to the child, I'm still on the side of, hey, the child got bullied, blah blah blah. But this is where my argument begins. She has a protocol and a motto in which she decided there was that she wanted America to stand on, and it's basically there's no blood, there's no bleeding, there's no bones sticking out, and you can breathe. So stop crying, right? If that's how you feel about how everybody else, the standard for everybody else, then you should have the same standard when it's you and yours.
Yep.
Is that not fair to ask?
That's fair as fuck.
oh yeah,
That's
and
definitely
see,
fair.
and because a lot of people came out to me and attacked me,
practicing what you preach.
literally, and a lot of people.
If you're not, then you're a hypocrite.
And a lot of people attacked me saying, but it's a kid involved. It doesn't matter about the parent because a kid, blah, 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 blah. And I said, yes, I get
gotta
that.
stop doing that
Why
shit.
are
As a
you,
kid, as a kid,
why
as a
are
kid.
you not holding her accountable for her parenting tactics? And who are you to say that the way she wants to do it is wrong? If she wants to do her child like that, that's fine. You're asking us to do our children and our people like that. So for you to switch up all of a sudden and start crying out for sympathy, I don't have it for you. Because you decided that butthurt Americans need to stop crying. And that's fine. And that's fine. But that's what you decided. So if that's what you're deciding for me and mine, when it's time for you and yours, I'm requiring the same thing. And I got a lot of people that came in my mentions that swiftly vacated, and they
you were way more elegant in what you said than I was.
Because I think people
my post said fuck Keaton Jones.
Racist little bitch.
Like mine was not as elegant as yours, bro.
That
shit was like total opposite.
And that's why, like, when I make my arguments, I try to be fair because I have a child. I definitely don't want my child to bear the brunt of my sins. Right. But if I have a way in which I carry myself or I have a standard for other people, when it comes time for me and mine, I'm a hypocrite if I don't preach the same thing. I'm a hypocrite if I sit up there and say, well, no, I don't want, no, it's this, that, and another. It's mental. Because she even went as far to say that. I don't want to hear anything about the historical.
I need to have kids so I can tell people what to do with their kids. People just rule me out. Like, nigga, you ain't got kids. I'm like, you're right.
I'll tell you what's going to happen. One of two things is going to happen.
You're right.
One of two things is going to happen. Either you're going to be like, super tough on your fucking kid, which I don't see. Once you have it, you're gonna soften up so fucking much, bro.
I'll probably be the biggest wuss ass nigga, man.
I'm telling you, bro. You're gonna
oh shit, watch his head.
Yeah, you're gonna be. I'm talking about making all the goofy noises.
He's gonna be in like armor.
Yeah, seriously.
Little hamster ball,
bro. It's nuts.
But little nigga in a plastic bubble. Hey, don't sneeze on my nigga, bro.
Yeah. So and what I do like, and this was something else that everybody was kind of at my neck about, because they was like, who would go that far into her Facebook posts and do this investigation
Twitter,
and do all this, that, and another? And I said, how is that any different from busting down somebody's character flaw whenever they, let's say, get murdered on the street by the police? What do? You go back through old Facebook posts and you pull up old pictures. Yeah. Oh, he didn't graduate high school. He had to go get his GED. Oh, he got popped for a marijuana possession charge. And he had drugs in his system. And none of these things are relevant to the situation at hand.
It'd be like, whoa.
But we can use that for ours. Right. But when it comes time for someone else, it's like, that's unfair. That's unfair.
Exactly. It's the black privilege, fam.
Yeah, that's the black privilege is to be held at a higher standard no matter what.
That nigga Parada's gay.
Why did you say that?
I don't know.
And he said something about us just a minute ago.
Did
too.
he?
Yeah.
What did he say?
I don't know.
He probably like, pool fucks guys.
He probably said pool short.
Say you guys sound like a bunch of liberal homosexuals having butt sex and spreading ass AIDS. And then he puts American flag America, like
that's
America.
Something wrong.
Hey, hard men breed.
There's something wrong with you, bro.
Hard men breed hard countries. Soft men breed soft countries. Cyrus the Great.
Who the fuck is Cyrus the Great? Not an American?
Nobody.
Not an American, you fucking retard.
But he's about to get blind.
Blind?
No, I'm fucking with you, I guess. But no, I don't know. I mean, but that also says a lot about your country, what you do for your weakest. What you do for your weakest and vulnerable says a lot about you as a man. If you in all this strength and greatness,
in 300, they threw away the weak babies.
Now ain't that something? I mean, I guess the nigga ended up snitching on him, man.
You know what I'm saying? Right. He ended up being a motherfucking bitch.
The nigga wanted to stand. The nigga wanted to be firm. Nigga had a mean thrust, bro.
He did though, on the cool though. I might have been like, you know what?
Nigga couldn't lift his shield up high enough.
Damn.
Nigga fucked up the formation.
He could have been like a scribe or something. Like you could have watched what happened.
I feel like
you know what I'm saying. We need a nigga to write it down.
I feel like an antidote of bullying being bullied, whether it be at a young age or whatever. I feel like the sooner in life you learn what's important and what's not, the better off you'll be as a person.
Man, we gotta teach them Santa, bro. We gotta teach them Santa, bro. That's what we're teaching them. Santa. Okay.
I swear, when you have a child, bro, I swear to God, bro. I swear to God, bro.
Because you destroy that, I will destroy you.
Okay,
bro, I swear to God, bro. As soon as you have a child, bro, you are gonna. I'm telling you, you're gonna be doing Elf on the Shelf and shit. I'm telling you, bro, you're gonna be doing all that shit, bro.
He'll be dressing up for the Tooth Fairy,
man,
just so
bro. I'm telling you, as soon as you have
glitter on
my nigga Dorado has
the
to
money.
be Santa this Christmas at his
that's what's up, bro.
It's just funny as fuck.
It's fun. You appreciate it for what it is.
It is fun when it happens. Like I'm going to Scrooge tonight. A play.
Really?
My wife took my son yesterday to go see The Grinch. They went and saw The Grinch at the Winsphere.
I saw. We saw that a couple years ago.
That's
pretty
crazy.
good.
Yeah. But what I feel like is the sooner they learn what's important in life, the better off they'll be.
Money.
When you put so much worth on when you put your worth on when you get your lunch money taken in the 3rd grade, you realize money's not that fucking important.
Right? Yeah.
Damn, I can't eat.
But that's better for you. It helps you mature at a younger age. I feel like bullying might do that. Bullying helps you with human communication. It helps you with mediation. It helps you with defense mechanisms. It helps you with I think it matures you a lot.
Pinpointing assholes.
Definitely. I feel like it helps you in way more ways than it hurts you when it's not to the extreme. And I would say the majority of bullying is not to the extreme. Would y'all be fair enough to say that? Since we all say that teasing and ribbing are all under the same category.
The extreme is definitely an isolated incident.
Yeah. So like I say, in learning that at a young age, learning how to, I stay away from William because he's kind of a dick.
That nigga Will is tripping, bro.
Yeah, he's kind of a dick. I stay away from him. And when William's ready to start acting normal or acting like the rest of us, he's always welcome to come join us.
I stayed away from Shane the Booty Stain until.
Why'd you call him that?
Because he wouldn't stop fucking with me and my brother, bro.
So you bullied him by creating a nickname for him.
I mean, we had to keep him away somehow, bro. And Shane the Booty Stain, Shane the Booty Stain. It worked.
Sounds like you were poking a lion.
Well, he ended up not stop fucking with us, threw the rock at him.
Well, yeah, I'd be fucking with you too. You call me Shane the Booty Stain, bro. I'd be at your neck, bro. I'd be at your fucking neck, bro.
But he was like in between me and my brother's age, so he tried to pick on me, and then my brother tried not to pick on him, but he was defending me. Mm-hmm. So it was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? I can't beat this little motherfucker up. That's what my brother was saying. I can't beat the little motherfucker up, but I can't let him beat my little motherfucker up.
I just think
I'm always down for beating up somebody a little bit younger than you. I'm sorry if
it came down to it.
And this is what happened to me. What's it called? I was being picked on by a kid that was in a grade lower than me.
Oh, definitely. Hey, most definitely. That motherfucker needs to get his ass whooped.
Oh no, I knocked his ass out. That's for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
I quickly let him know what was up. But that shit happens.
Bro, you don't know how to do this?
I'm down for that. Yeah, a grade down, or even picking on a friend, or like you said, like a little brother. My little brother's 8 years younger than me. If I knew there was a kid picking on him,
yeah, go kick his ass.
Oh, I put my fucking boot through his mouth.
Mm-hmm. Right. And that's a benefit that I didn't have. Hey, my brother was
one time, man. My brother
inside
got his ass whooped by one of
the
bullies.
Yeah, my brother was an inside.
I'm the only person that whipped my brother's ass.
He was an inside child.
My brother got his tooth knocked out by one of the bullies that was bullying me. That nigga beat up both of us.
And I was gonna say that would be like,
ain't that some shit?
Hey, that's when you go, okay.
He was in between our ages. He beat me up. I was like, damn, hey bro, he whooped my ass. He's like, what? Which one of them? Show me.
See,
him.
That's what you got to do at the same time.
It's like a bully orgasm. He gets. He just a whole fucking bloodline. I just ran through.
That nigga was like,
I'm super bully now.
That nigga was like showboating as the teachers got him. He was like, fuck, I still whoop both of you niggas. I was like, hey man, hey, extra time out for that faggot.
And then you went and picked on Shane the Booty Stain to feel better about
that. Shane, he was still older than me.
I feel like if we take away or we come to the defense of bullying at every turn so quick, quickly, I think it'll take away the opportunity for kids to get those coping mechanisms, and they won't have them when they grow up.
Here's the thing: there's no way to zero tolerance.
Right.
It's
gonna happen anyways. But if it happens on a small scale, that's all right, because that's something that is needed to push us and drive us. Because if we weren't bullied a little bit, maybe we wouldn't have gone in a certain direction.
And see that's something. The element we had growing up was I always felt like it was more of a physical threat. Because there wasn't social media. There wasn't the internet. Everything that we went through was like, yeah, that nigga Jason. Yeah, that nigga Jay.
I got blooded up by a bully, bro.
No, I'm saying it was physical. It was like I was scared I was going to get beat up. I was fearful.
Scared of him, though.
I was fearful that I was going to. Yeah, I fight, but I was still fearful of being in the altercation. I didn't want that to happen. That was something that I didn't want to occur.
Yeah.
Was this guy talking shit to me standing up for myself, and then us getting into a fight?
Right.
I didn't want that to happen.
It was
But now,
psychological
but like I said, the
for me.
broad. So do you feel like it's do you feel like the psychological is worse than the physical?
I think the psychological breaks your spirit before it breaks before the physical will. The physical, I feel like, you know, it's always a puncher's chance if it was just physical, but what happens to the victim of the bullying sometimes, especially when it's physical, that the physical comes after the mental breakdown, and the mental breakdown it fuels the bullies. Oh, I got
Would
him.
you rather have
Oh,
would you rather have got beaten up in front of a group of people or talked about in front of a group of people as a kid?
Shit, man.
Definitely talked about.
Hindsight is beaten up. I don't want to get beaten up.
I'd rather take because I can just like so.
You made fun
I
of me.
can establish that I'm not a puss.
Right.
And even if I got beaten the fuck up, did I get up every single time when I got knocked down? I kept on getting up. You know, that's that's a difference. Like I rather go out on my shield
And
then somebody talks shit about me and then just walk off with nothing to happen.
But the question becomes,
I'm gonna spur the fuck out.
but the question
this is-
becomes,
this is
was it
like-
like that for you in elementary school? Was it like that for you in middle school?
Do
Do you feel like it was the same thing
felt-
where I would
felt-
rather get
I felt
beat up?
like
You would rather get
when
beat
I
up?
got to middle school,
Hey, I
and
was
high
a black
school.
belt already.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Was it?
when I got to middle
I
school,
was whipping some asses.
All
dude.
right.
when I got to middle school,
Ha-ha.
middle school and high school, I kind of calmed down with the mental aspect of it because they're just making jokes. It doesn't hurt me, you know. Because I used to lash out if you tried
Yeah.
to fucking make fun of me.
Right.
I lashed the fuck out like, nigga, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? But after I got like, oh, these niggas just joking because I didn't get no bigger. You know what I'm saying? So you know the joke still came and I was like, yeah, that one's a good one. That's a good one, my nigga.
Right.
Ha ha, funny. You know what I'm saying? So,
You disarmed them.
you know what I'm saying?
You grew to a place where you could disarm them mentally.
Exactly. I mean, because you know some of them.
So see where Sutton had it physically.
When I took
Sutton had it physically,
Right.
where he could disarm them physically. So the physical altercation was never a threat to you.
No.
Well,
Yeah, it was more mental 'cause I was not fast
I could do that
or
too.
witty.
But
Not saying you couldn't fight.
I would get suspended. It would be an ordeal.
But your
And I
mom,
wouldn't-
but
and I
your
wouldn't
mom
wanna go
already,
through the
but your
ordeal.
mom already told you wouldn't get any trouble
I
for
would
it.
get in. I didn't get in trouble
with
at home,
her.
but I would get in trouble at school because of the physical altercation, even though it wasn't my
Yeah.
fault. I would
wasn't
still,
ever
I
worried
would,
about
still,
school.
I would still get 3 days suspension. I would still get, and you know the principals and everybody made sure I got my homework and everything. Like I still did everything, you know, okay and everything. But I didn't like that part of it. I didn't like to have to go through the ordeal. So not going through the ordeal of the fight after a while, because I used to pop off my nigga. Look, hey, well, I guess he wanted with me. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? But I calmed down after a while.
And
at
I
the
feel,
school.
and I guess I always go back to, if you were willing to fight because of what somebody said, I would not say that you got bullied. I would not say that. I would think that a person that was scared to fight,
And
from
like I said at the beginning, it's a process that leads up to the altercation.
well, the way he's talking is like pop out, like you talk
Yeah,
about me,
but
we fight.
it took, but it
Go ahead with the
took
talking,
a
I'm gonna let
while.
you go.
It took a while for you to get to
Exactly.
that.
Oh, okay.
It kept on and be like,
Exactly.
you know, somebody, you know, that one person coming in saying something to you, walking off. That was like a 30-second
damn.
altercation. They come in and do it again, Then he, you know, all of a sudden he's like, fuck, I'm tired of this shit.
Yeah.
I'm going to whip your ass now. That's how it's going to fucking go.
As soon as he walk over there, say that shit so I can hit
Just
you.
like
Say that shit so I can hit
earlier
you.
when you were saying the guy, I guess, had that knife, and
Right.
he came up to that one guy and was like, hey, man, you know, don't want to start any problems. And you were like, oh, that's because they had beef before.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Right
kind of the
into it.
same thing. You know, kind of the same thing.
Right.
You can get pushed
So
far
far.
until you're like, dude, let me catch you out.
Yeah.
Let me catch you
All right,
out,
bro.
and you
You
look
did
at me
too
the
much
fucking
now.
wrong way.
Yeah.
I haven't taken it this far where I'm going to put this knife through your fucking throat.
Cause that's what that situation.
I don't
want
want to fight that bad.
That's what that situation.
Say what you want to say about me.
Yeah.
You want to put a knife through me.
But so there's,
you
you
popped
know,
off
or-
when nigga just been looking at you, fam. So I don't know
and
what
two,
you talking
and
about.
two, there's another reaction.
What's this nigga looking at, Jay? I don't know. I think he's just looking.
I don't know,
what's
bro.
this nigga looking at, Jay?
Nigga got a knife, bro. He good. He can look at whatever fucking want to look.
There's another reaction too, that the person will just create themselves a hole and dig themselves right into a hole and
Yeah.
slumber in it, and then
Right. A depression.
then it
almost.
turned. Well, no, not almost
Yeah.
full out,
Not almost.
because who just has almost
Just shuts down.
depression? I mean, if you have depression, you're depressed. I mean, it could be little.
Right.
I got
Like
that. I might have depression, Junior.
Everybody has a level
Yeah.
of depression, but I mean,
I had a little depression, Junior, for a little bit.
that's gonna really throw you more, for a loop.
So with the availability or just the way social media is and the internet now, bullying's definitely evolved into a whole
bullying
different
is like
thing.
a big thing now.
It's crazy.
A national epidemic.
And
with
that's
these
why
fucks.
that's why I say I hate
Like we
that
got real shit going on, but bullying.
I hate that we say teasing and this, that, and another is also equivalent to bullying because social
what
media exists, and as soon as something goes up on there, like
Oh
you
my
you
God.
posted this mean thing about me, it could be eviscerating or it could just be bullshit.
Did you
but
remember when
it's
I went viral over the
everything.
waves thing, and the people were making fun of my
Yeah,
waves?
everybody was bullying you,
They were bullying me, bro.
talking about his waves,
Talking about my wave pattern.
and you did a very good job of just
Of
knocking them all
deflecting,
down.
of deflecting all that shit.
Now, if they were in your face,
What? That wouldn't have happened.
exactly,
People don't talk about
it
you in
wouldn't
your
have
face.
happened.
That's just like
Not at this
non-existent.
age.
Not at 33.
I do. I talk shit.
I think that's like
I talk that shit. It don't
Hey,
matter.
hey, no shit.
right.
I have no filter on that shit.
You I don't know. I don't know. With the availability of social media, it just adds a whole nother dynamic of how you.
Well, it's
can
a new
get bullied.
level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, is it as bad? Is it as bad as
Because
somebody
it's
walking up and
easier
calling
to do it.
some
because
chick writing like bitch, and then like them saying it to you in person?
You're a fat hoe.
Yeah, it's like one of them is like on there forever. And then the other one is just like, all right, you said it, it's done.
Well,
there might have been 10
there's
people around
people
to
that
see it.
will boom, 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 hit on it,
Yeah.
like,
Oh.
or like it,
Or make
like,
it viral.
like,
make their disrespect viral.
Well, that's how it
Sometimes
starts.
that happens. They make their disrespect viral, and and a weak mind would think, "Damn,
It's this
29,000 people really think I'm a fucking piece of shit, fat bitch." That fuck. I mean, for a weak mind.
We had the benefit
But
of
this
being
is new for
around
our
before.
psyche to take in. That's the thing.
Because
Brand
I
fucking
because
new.
because honestly, I have a psyche on my likes. Like I feel like everybody should like the shit that are following me. I feel like you should all like that shit if you're
He
following me.
has a gold standard,
But
definitely.
but it's not gonna break me as a person where I'm like, oh my god, they didn't like me. Boom. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be like
But
that.
for someone, it would.
But for some folks,
Yeah.
it's like that.
And that's why I say
It's another addiction.
And it's almost like, damn, we can't even joke about this shit, or we can't even.
Because they say you get like dopamine spikes when you
Yeah.
look and you get a new like, you
Yeah.
get a new like.
I've- I could feel that.
You talked about that dopamine with me before, and that dopamine shit is
It's
real,
a
bro.
fool, man.
That
No
dopamine,
shit, yeah,
That
no,
that
science.
release, you know.
Science.
Y'all are fucking
So this is what
dumb.
you do. Every time you see you got a retweet, before you look at it, just come. Just come. And then it'll be based on your come instead of your retweet.
Exactly. That's nasty as fuck, and that shit was strange.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
Getting
science.
strange with Jerry.
Getting strange with Jerry.
But I
That
wanna
should be a
say-
segment.
I want to say all. Yeah,
Hello, welcome to eat butthole, and then
Welcome to
sudden
Getting
he gets
Strange.
Welcome to Getting Strange with
corn
Jerry.
on her tongue.
Have y'all heard that thing about the monkeys in the cage, and then like the doctor would come in every day. He would walk down the hallway, cloop, 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 unlock the door, open the door, turn on the light, go over to the monkey, say hi monkey, and give it like a shot of like
Yes.
fruit punch.
Right.
And every time, like at first, it was like every time he shot him with the fruit punch, he would fucking like his dopamine would spike, boom,
Right.
Yeah.
and then it would start spiking sooner and sooner in the process. It would be when he says hi,
Because
monkey.
they anticipated it.
Yeah, that's crazy. Now to me, that is crazy. That is what's crazy to me.
It's the same thing. Like, did you watch the Planet of the Apes when they were giving the apes those the things that make them smarter?
Yeah.
But it actually made them feel good as well. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Nootropics.
So every time the doctor came around at a certain time, the monkey would go.
Yeah.
"Go
Still
ahead,
want to feel
give it
good.
to me, my nigga.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You gonna do it this time?
Yeah.
I know what time you come around. Play. Same
Same
thing.
thing.
When we feed the cat at work, he doesn't fuck with us all motherfucking day.
But he know
sometimes,
when it's time
But
to
he
eat.
knows what times
He
he gonna
knows
fucking
feeding time,
eat. He
yeah.
He knows exactly what time he's gonna eat. He knows he's gonna eat around 4:30 every day, and he's gonna eat around 8:30 every day. So he knows to be nice around 8:15
Yeah.
and 4:15. He's like, "Hey, you my motherfucking nigga, bro.
Yeah.
You remember
What
yesterday?
up,
You remember
nigga?
yesterday when I rubbed on you?
I'm in
yeah,
this bitch, bro.
Yeah, feed me, motherfucker,
Y'all
so I
niggas
can go
have-
the fuck away from you.
Yeah.
So I can go sleep.
So I go sleep away from you.
I think that with the bullying thing, I think we're underestimating how important pain and suffering is.
What do you mean?
We're underestimating what pain and suffering does to motivation, what it does to your confidence, what it does to you as maturing as a person. Going back to, like I said, that bigger topic of saying I feel like if you were to take away and just start like the worth
Right.
in things, like what's important to you and shit like that. Like Sutton was learning that. Yeah. All the wrong things. Yeah, all the wrong. The song says all the wrong things. But Sutton was taught as I would teach, where it's like, yeah, that shit ain't important. I
That
know
shit
it's hard to see it right now.
Right.
Do what you can to get
Yeah,
through
and that's
it. But it's not.
Always
Hey,
what I am
it's hard-
telling both of them.
It's
in
hard.
there.
It's hard to tell myself that sometimes.
No, yeah, I'm 33, and
Oh yeah, I had to
Bro,
tell myself that
Look
too.
at me. It's hard to tell myself.
Bro,
sometimes.
I'm 33 years old, and I'll tell anybody. I'll testify right now to anybody. I told my wife just a month or so ago.
I have a problem.
I genuinely want people to like me. I feel like I'm a likable person. If you don't like me, I could probably change your mind about it. That's how I am, just as a person.
Well,
And
see,
it's a bad thing.
See,
gen-
I don't
I
even really
genuinely-
care about
I
that.
genuinely
You like
just
me
wanna
or not.
shine.
I can
Yeah.
fucking care
I just
less.
want to be
And I
glittery.
Glittery.
Yeah.
Mariah Poole. Mariah
Yeah.
Carey.
You know what I'm talking about? No, I'm sorry.
But yeah, I have that. I have that thing about me where it's like, yeah, I
guys
just
keep
kind
laughing at
of,
me,
I kind of want people to like me. I think I'm a likable person, so I think I want people to like me. But more
Jay,
than
not
that,
everybody's gonna like you, man.
but more than that, I want people to just be comfortable around me. I want everybody to be comfortable. I
Ooh,
don't want
you're
people.
black.
I don't want people to. So that's why I do. That's why I wear glasses when I don't wear them, to be
that
less
nigga
threatening.
don't wear glasses, y'all.
Yeah, to be less threatening. That's why I talk
I
about
should
things
wear
that
glasses so I
are.
could be less threatening.
I mean, if you'd stop stealing them from LensCrafters,
You know, damn, if I just stop fucking stealing.
But no, like I said, I think that pain and suffering is an underappreciated aspect of your life. And if we continuously take, like with this participation trophies, with,
man.
yeah, with
The guy
everybody
at my
gets
job
I
hates
hate
that
those.
shit.
everybody gets a ribbon. Everybody
gets a
we
ribbon.
take away all
field
of,
day.
No, we take away all of the somebody talked about you there. Put it there. They're over there, and you're fine. Like all of these people just
Sometimes
doing
criticism
things
is
for
okay.
you. And that's what I'm saying. Pain and suffering to me, and everything that follows underneath it, like I say, teasing, ribbing, criticisms, all of those things. And that like I said, that's why I wanted to ask before, what defines, because is criticism considered bullying? You get it from your teacher, but if you did it next to me, my peer, it would be bullying.
You know what I'm saying?
My
That's-
teacher could do it,
Right.
but you
I think
can't.
it's also the content, and then
or
like
the context.
The content.
yes, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Context of
But the content too, because how you say it, what you're saying is
Yeah.
it does matter. But like
Like you said before, bitch, motherfucker, this, that.
Yeah.
Sometimes
They're
those carry
intimidating.
those carry an intimidating aspect of just saying, man, that's
and then how it's perceived. Everybody perceives everything differently.
Right.
Like, I could say something to Pool, he could take it fucking the wrong way, or I can say the same thing to him, maybe different tone,
And
and
it-
he'll go, "Oh, thanks, man.
Oh.
That's you just made me see something," or still, "Fuck you, man."
Yeah.
Fuck that nigga Sutton.
Fuck
dog.
you, honky.
Hey, Jay, you know what Sutton said to me today?
Fuck you, honky.
you fucking cracker.
Fucking cracker. You know what this cracker nigga said to me?
Hey, that's a hard R.
That's still
Cracker,
crazy.
yeah, not cracker,
That's
cracker.
still crazy. We say cracker nigga. You know what this cracker nigga said to me?
Cracker nigga. But pain and suffering, man. Pain and suffering is what, man. I remember I called the police on an older guy that took my
Did
hat.
you?
Man, I was like 3rd grade,
Oh.
4th grade.
I'm about to say, this nigga took your hat, man.
I had a hat, one of them Kangol hats. It was
Bro,
like,
you know jits, bro.
nah. Like, yeah, it was yesterday. I called the police.
I was just going to the bank, and nigga said it was cold. I didn't know how I really felt about it.
You guys weren't around to help me. But no, I was like in the 3rd or 4th grade. Dude took my hat and was like, "Yeah, I'm not giving it back." And was
That's
just
bullying.
and was right there around me. He didn't like
Give me
leave.
my hat.
That's
man.
what I said, and I was like, "Well, I'm not gonna fight you. I can't take this hat back." So I went and called the police, and they
Give
said,
Braylon his hat back.
"They said this is not an emergency. This is not like I called 911. That's all I knew."
But you don't understand.
I went,
He
yeah, I
took
was
my
like,
hat.
but
my
he took.
fucking head's cold.
took
What do you
my
mean
hat.
it's not an emergency, asshole?
I went back and told him like, "Yeah, I called the police and whatever," and he was like, "You called the police," and he gave me my hat back.
Yeah.
and
Give
now
it
I was
back.
like, "Wow, that worked."
See, that was the white in him.
My mama told me to call the police.
I swear to God, I've called the police twice as a kid. I called it one other time because one of my friends had like this gecko or some sort of lizard. He took it out and he was like chasing me around. I was like, "I'm gonna call the fucking police.
Hey,
I'm gonna call the fucking
look,
police
hey,
on
look,
you,
if
bro."
You don't put that up. I'm calling the
I
laws.
felt like that nigga was chasing me with a loaded pistol. Nigga, it was around the same
Hey,
time. I was like in 3rd or 4th
you
grade.
See the outbreak? You could have got AIDS, fam.
Nah, I could have got a fucking lizard on me, nigga, and that was even worse than fucking outbreak.
That's worse than AIDS.
Oh shit! I thought my life
coulda
was
got a
over,
lizard
bro.
on
I
me.
swear to God,
Worse than
nigga.
AIDS.
I called 911. His parents wasn't there, and they called right back because I
I
was
bet.
like, and they were like, "Is everything okay?" He's like, "Man, you really called 911?" They put that shit up so quick, and they were like, "Man, they
Hey.
called 911 for real." Man.
I used to be scared of Josh Murray's dog so bad.
Yeah, it's
That
probably a
nigga-
racist dog,
And
bro.
nigga told me his dog didn't like black people, and I was like, "What?" And his dog growled at me every time I came in there.
The
I was
only
like,
the only way you
shit.
learn something like that is if your parents tell you. So his parents told him like, "Yeah, they don't like, dog don't like black people, man." That's the only way. He was in the 6th, 7th grade, bro.
I
There's
mean,
no way.
It
you
had to
just
be.
know
I
that
mean, but
shit.
I came over. She used to always.
Hey man, some dogs don't like some people because
That's what he said.
They are colorblind.
one time
They're weird.
Jesse's sister had 2 guys come over here before, and Danzig, you know how docile Danzig is,
Right.
Straight up walked him out the door,
Wow.
growling, going,
Nope.
just like
nope.
get out,
Not
like,
in here.
And I
mean,
said, and I
get
told
that
him,
shit outta
and
here.
there are some shady people too. That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's what's even cooler because he's like, these are shady people. I don't want them in here.
I was gonna say,
And I was like,
you go-
and I
you gonna
told
make me
him,
bite
I
somebody.
told him, I go, guys, y'all gotta get up and go.
are you sure that there wasn't a kitten in his pocket? Did you check him for a kitten?
Hey, do you see the pictures I post of Danzig and his cat sleeping
Oh,
together?
yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah,
true.
yeah,
Yeah, come
that's
on,
true,
man.
that's right, that's
Black
true. He
cooler
likes
with the
cats.
cat.
He likes unless they had a squirrel.
He likes
A squirrel.
pussy.
He don't like
He
squirrel.
fucks
yeah,
with
he does.
squirrels. Fucks with the squirrels.
He tries to get them, man, but Gozer the other day, he climbed up the tree to get a squirrel.
Hey, sometimes though, man, like dogs just have that certain, or cats.
It's like that
animals,
sixth sense.
period. They got that
Yeah.
sixth sense. Like, hey,
like,
no,
I
no,
don't
no,
like this
no.
fucker.
He's not good for my master that
His
feeds me.
aura is bad for
Right.
me.
That guy feeds me and shit. I don't think you're gonna be good for him.
Yeah.
I don't need you to go fucking him up. You know.
So do you think that when it comes to bullying, what do you think would be the best thing? You would say like teach them a martial art? Would you say teach them better social skills?
Definitely,
Teach them.
definitely
Everybody should.
a martial art.
Everybody should
we
have
know
a
that
martial art in
answer,
it.
right?
I still feel like the ones
It's-
that are extreme are going to be the ones that are going to still bully though.
it's
I don't
going
think so.
to, it's going to help them
Yep.
out
Yeah.
because there's that pride smash, that ego smash that you
It's
go
kind
through.
of still like that as an adult though. I
No,
see
'cause-
where there are
'cause-
people
because like with teaching people jujitsu in itself teaches you like to respect your opponent and to understand
True.
your opponent. So just like the beef between Wagner or Ochoa and the Florida boy, like they hate each other. But they're gonna respect
They
each other.
respect them.
They respect each other's abilities, and they don't do anything just like too
That's at
dirty.
the highest level.
But I'm just saying,
Well, what I'm saying is that we still come across today
even at the highest,
motherfucker,
even at the highest
like,
level, they don't like each other, but they have to come with
200 pound men that come in there and try to fucking smash somebody like L. Like those people they're kind of off. They're not, you know what I mean? Not saying it's not
those
fair,
people also get humbled when they have to go to somebody else.
but what I'm saying is,
but they're also forced to roll with us though,
exactly they're
That's
forced to roll
true.
with
and we put them through
we
the
can
ringer.
humble them as well, but it doesn't mean that he doesn't still do that to the person that he's capable of doing it to.
Yeah.
It doesn't change. I'm saying on the
He
extreme
might
levels,
learn a lesson though.
He might, but what I'm saying is that you'll still have that issue of like the extreme characteristic of like I'm gonna have ego, regardless.
Yeah, but that's in everything.
Exactly, and that's my point. I feel like it'll be that way with bullying too, regardless of how you try to handle it.
But some of them, if you attack that at an early age, that may bring that level down.
I wish I could smoke.
And not so
pull with the great.
We're about to be done with this anyways, but to be so extreme because they're being tested a little bit more,
right?
And they may hold back on a little bit.
I think jiu-jitsu the best way to do that for sure.
Yeah, or boxing or kickboxing, Muay Thai.
Something where you
can get hit or feel extreme pressure or be put in a position to where like, oh, I really don't like this. I don't want to be here. People do I want to give up?
Rabbit hole, rabbit hole alert.
I hate when people do the boxing and all that kind of stuff, and they don't do the sparring part of it, and they get
I can
hit
understand
part of it.
not doing sparring.
I hate that shit. I hate when people do that shit and they don't
I
actually
I understand it though.
The full aspect.
But
of
what
it.
you're creating is rabbit hole alert is that. Are we saying that what the bully needs is a little bit of pain and suffering?
Yes.
The same thing he's given to the other kids,
yes.
we're punishing him for,
but that's in a healthy way. Like okay, go like
rabbit hole alert.
Yeah. So if I'm going,
but it is.
If I'm going somewhere, and I'm getting like, so if I go to a Muay Thai gym, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's controlled. It's a controlled environment.
It is controlled chaos in the sense that I can hit, get aggression out. I could be hit, and I can spar. I'm against those other people that spar, right? And I can get that aggression out, maybe get humbled, or maybe not get humbled and feed my ego, right? So there's that aspect.
And to us, we keep using humbled where somebody else might use just getting my ass kicked, getting my ass beat. There's no positive. There's no positive.
Some people take that as a different aspect of getting humbled.
And that's why, and let's compare it to, just a complete hypothetical. Let's use Professor Eddie. Let's say in that hypothetical, there was the 200-pound MMA wrestler, whatever. He gets in there with L, smashes her, tries, being rough with her, knee on the face, all type of shit. Then he's a white belt. Then Professor sends him over there with Parada. Then he sends him with Zach. Then he said, he just runs them through the gauntlet of people, right?
He's humbling that man that day.
He can go away from there and say, man, that's fucked up the way Professor Eddie did me.
Yep.
There's a way that people perceive it that are thrown off that they're never going to see it that way. And I feel like there's some kids, especially on the extreme, they're going to go into those Muay Thai gyms, those boxing gyms, and say, God, then they're going to distrust the adults. Then they're going to distrust.
That was that kid, Ethan. But anyway. Go ahead. This kid that we used to teach. Remember that kid Ethan? He was really good, but he had a really complex about getting beat up. Mm-hmm. He liked to go against the other kids that he could beat up, but when you put him against somebody that's good, he got beat up. He broke down, and it was like whoa, bro.
He's way better now.
Is he?
Yeah.
Man, see, jiu-jitsu, bro.
He's still soft.
But what I'm saying,
he's bigger than everybody.
Not really, not anymore.
I'm just saying that there's gonna be like we said with bullying, we know the extremes. We could, that's clearly defined. We know the extremes when we see it. If we handle all of those cases in the same way, the ones that just tease, the ones that some of them aren't gonna need that,
right?
But some of them that are on the extreme, they're still gonna go out there and they're gonna.
Yeah, well, that's with everything. You could do that with religion too. There's people in the middle. There's people extreme that will go and blow themselves up for their own ideological
ideology,
or burn women at the stake.
Yeah, so I mean,
are they witches? Are they witches though?
We got every aspect of everything. I mean, so
look, we're gonna put you on this stake. We're gonna light it on fire. If you're a witch,
you'll scream.
Just put yourself out and come on back over here, and then we'll kill you a different way.
No, nigga, I'm finna burn. It's gonna hurt. Nah, you're a witch.
These screams are real.
It's weird though. I feel like it's just funny because
I'm Puritan.
Because think about what we're saying. We're literally saying the solution for one of them is pain and suffering, but the one that's being victimized,
a solution.
The one that's being victimized,
a solution that we know.
The one that's the victim. He's the victim because of pain and suffering.
And with that too, there's a thin line as well as what's healthy and what's not healthy. Mm-hmm. Because going to the gym is the healthier option.
Yeah, a controlled environment.
As in going to the gym, like working out. or going
Yeah,
to
either
working
one.
out,
Jiu-jitsu,
beating
whatever.
the shit out of the bag, jujitsu, whatever.
Right.
That that is a healthier solution than going to your coworker or going to school and being like, you know what, I just don't fucking like you today. Wham! Hit you in the face with the book,
Yeah.
and then call it a day.
But some people
teach that.
Some people their therapy is shopping. Some people's therapy is talking. Some people's therapy is writing. You know, everybody has their thing. Our thing is jujitsu. You know what I'm saying?
No.
And we think
shit.
that jiu-jitsu helps everybody, but like he was saying. you
But
know,
the thing is, it
sometimes
can.
Sometimes
It's for everybody,
we've
and it
seen
can help
And
everybody.
we've seen it even help those
Just
people
like
that
if
didn't
I
help.
sat down and I wrote for 30 minutes a day, that would help me out with the things that I'm going through right now. That would help me out. Or if I sit down, look at all these fucking paintings. You think I did all this shit just because I feel like it? No, it's because there's some things in my head that I'm going through,
Right.
and this is an expression of me getting frustration
Hey, y'all look at
and
this fucking
chaos,
shit.
and
This is
then
fucking dope.
order all together, all in one, because I can't express it maybe in jujitsu,
Or
or I
is
can't
it-
express
Right.
it playing my guitar and drums and shit like
But
that.
do we
So,
need to find that?
That's my guitar right there.
shit?
She's been hanging up here for a long time.
That's my dead buddy's guitar.
Never mind, it's not mine.
Oh, way to go, asshole, Jason.
You know, damn.
That's my
I
guitar.
can talk
No.
myself into some dumb shit.
My dead friends. Oh, okay. Awkward time.
That's not yours.
So do we feel like it needs to be a balance of that? A balance of the mental and the physical? We know jiu-jitsu can do the physical part for you.
Oh, they
the
could
kids
definitely do the mental.
are the kids
It
smart enough to
definitely does the
understand it
mental.
at the mental that
I was-
that,
some of it
that
does.
age?
Dude, Thursday I was broken.
Mm-hmm.
Thursday I was fucking broken at jujitsu. I was mentally broke. I was like, I'm done.
Well, I'm saying for
Other
the
than I was
kids,
feeling like shit because of
I'm saying,
But I'm
are,
just saying.
are kids conscious enough to start getting a benefit from jiu-jitsu at
Yes.
Yes.
8, 9, 10,
Yes.
11?
Hell yeah.
Perfect time.
Hell yeah.
Perfect time.
Yeah.
Hell
Because
yeah.
they're going through a lot of shit at this age.
Yeah.
They're growing,
they're
bro.
learning.
All
Well,
these-
no shit, but
yeah.
they're learning. They're
No
they're,
shit.
they're learning. You know, they're learning certain things.
Yeah.
You know, they're learning. They're learning how to deal with how to deal with other people,
Yeah.
and how to deal with all this pressure coming at you, and they don't really know what shit is.
But that's what I'm
They don't
saying.
really
do
know
you,
what shit
but
is.
do you feel like they're taking home? Do you feel like what they're taking home? They know it, because what I feel like is they don't
Okay,
know what
look,
they're
no,
taking home. They're taking it home.
I think it's definitely a
Look, I'm gonna
subconscious thing.
Yeah.
break it down.
They don't know
yeah,
that they're
it's
doing.
subconscious too.
That's what
but
I
here's
think.
the thing: is
They don't know the lessons that they're learning
this
sometimes.
Yeah, I agree with
with,
that.
with kids, it's a village, right? Right. It takes a village to
Right.
raise a kid. So it takes the jiu-jitsu instructor to explain something,
Right.
and then it takes the parents
To reiterate,
explain,
yeah.
or not even reiterate. It's like explain a different part of that. Like,
Yeah.
look, you got the jiu-jitsu version. You know, this is how we deal with it here.
Right.
You could take those now.
Those
that I've
analogies.
given two things to mesh into my own thing.
Right.
And to work off from there. So I mean, yeah, that.
Yeah, that's what I was
I
gonna
mean,
say. I
that's-
feel,
that's
yeah, I was gonna say I feel like there definitely has to be that, even whether or not they know it. I know that the benefit is there mentally for them, but I was just asking, do you feel like they know what they're getting mentally from that, or do they just feel like what they're
No,
getting is physical?
I
Yeah,
don't
they
think-
don't know those
They
lessons.
they
yet.
think it's just like it's just something to do. They don't like
Yeah.
when we were in football, we didn't know.
I didn't know the lessons.
The lessons that
Yeah.
we were actually.
I didn't
learning.
understand the
teamwork,
team
the
aspect,
camaraderie.
all that.
We didn't understand
Right.
that the total aspect of what we're learning. But and that's the same in
And-
jiu-jitsu.
and
like,
that-
like when
but that's my point.
like when that kid's father came up to me that one day.
Yeah,
like,
and
he-
told
he-
you how
he didn't. I didn't know that kid was gonna ever, really use any of this. I'm thinking I'm just doing something. That's when I really truly understood that I was actually giving back.
But that's my big
You know what
point.
I'm
My
saying? Like,
big
all that
point.
shit's
My
giving
big
back.
point is to say that we know, because we just said so, that all kids don't require the same thing to get out
No.
of maybe that bullying stage or come out of whether what they need. That might be the mental support or the mental coping mechanism. If
Right.
they don't know that's what they're getting in jiu-jitsu, will it change them?
Yes, because it will be there.
Yeah.
It'll be there subconsciously because
Yes.
that confidence will start building.
Right.
That self-esteem
Right.
will start building up. I've already
You'll
seen
see-
it and
you'll
heard
see
it
them
from a
self-express
student.
each other.
I've already seen it and heard it from a student. He's only been in there for 4 days.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's a little quick, but it just gave
But
him
he
a
have a-
little boost of morale. And I sat so those 4 days, I've been leaving my other class early to sit there and work with him
Right,
before,
right.
and give him that one-on-one attention that he needs in this aspect, right? And I tell him, if somebody's on you, somebody's treating you like this, you
Yeah,
do this, you
you do
say
that.
this. I'm giving him different.
Very receptive.
I'm
Right.
also giving them different options, and then I'm also a different person. So
I think-
that person,
Yeah, but I
is
think,
able to,
I think I think you're making my point, because that's why I'm saying I feel like these kids take from this. I'm physically safe. These are the things that can help me physically. We know that we've already said that we know they're not taking from it mentally, knowing
that's
it. We know
that's a mental thing to think to make
have
to make yourself-
confidence. Yeah, but you're having
to make
confidence
to
in
make
you.
yourself think that I'm safe.
You're having confidence.
even in a situation that I'm not safe. He's not safe with Sutton. If Sutton was really trying to hurt him, he ain't safe.
No, I'm
He's not
talking
safe,
about once
but
he
he-
leaves
but-
the gym. I'm saying
But
in
he
general,
feels safe. He
but-
feels safe with the lessons that he's learned.
But he's
he doesn't
interested-
understand
but
that-
I'm saying-
that lessons that he's learned.
And that's what I'm saying. He doesn't understand the lessons he's learned mentally. But if you're not, if what you're going through isn't the physical abuse or that physical threat, then we wouldn't even be having this conversation. That's why I'm saying I feel like so
physical
much
goes with the.
That's
with
why
the,
I say I
mental
feel like.
aspect
That's why I
of
say
it.
I feel like
Right.
so much of bullying, especially at that age, is
That's-
a physical
I feel like
intimidation.
that's the pressure you're talking about when you say when they can handle the pressure from being in jiu-jitsu or being in that martial art, because you handle that pressure.
You know
of
how to handle it.
somebody physically, trying to hurt you.
Yeah,
Even though
you
it's
could
a
say,
controlled.
because it teaches you to say, well, at least they're not trying to choke me to death.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. This
You
might
know?
be uncomfortable.
And then when
but
it does come to that,
You're like, oh shit, this can choke me to death.
yeah, well, then when it comes
You can
to
defend
that
them.
person trying to put their hands on you, then you have the defense part of it. But the pressure part, being put in certain situations and make decisions in ABC order,
Right.
having a plan.
that's kind of what jiu-jitsu prepares you for
Right.
subconsciously. I didn't know that, and I started when I was 18
Right.
in jiu-jitsu. That's
You-
when I started,
right.
and I was like, oh, and then it took me till fucking 17 years later
Yeah.
to go,
That's what I got.
guess what?
Yeah.
Guess what I'm teaching my son?
Right.
These learnings I learned through this.
Yeah.
Right.
But by then you had already weathered the storm. You had already gone through those that being bullied. You had already figured out how to handle that mentally.
But
Because
I
you
also
were
had
confident in it physically.
I had confident parents to tell me
Yeah, keep consistent.
to keep consistent on you are stronger minded than you think you are.
Yeah.
You have a good brain, and you can get basically
So,
building me
is it
up
safe
to
to-
this point.
So, is it safe to ask this question
Mm-hmm.
that when we see these weak kids and this weak society, that it comes from parenting?
Definitely. And that's what I was just going to touch on. A
The
lot of it
parenting
probably comes from that.
Over-parenting
Y'all suck at
and the
parenting.
lack
Y'all
of
fucking
parenting.
suck.
Helicopter parenting.
Y'all fucking suck.
And that's what I was saying.
fucking sorry.
That was the big topic, though, was like,
Y'all fucking suck.
if we do away with it, if we put it in the hands of the administrators, the principals, the police, this, that, and another, and we say, hey, you can't bully, we're
Yeah.
doing a disservice to the child that would get through bullying. We're doing a disservice to the ones that do grow from the bully expert. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I
We
grew
talk-
But
from
when
it.
we see
Yeah.
somebody
I
being
grew-
you
super
grew
broken
from it.
down, I did. But you know what? I never got to the point where I was super broken down
Yeah.
to where I felt I just felt irrelevant.
And like I say, there's always
When
going to
you
be
get to-
there's always
yeah,
going to be
but
an
extreme,
extreme.
and then there's always going to be the lowest
but
of
you know what?
lows.
It might.
You have to help those people out, though.
Yeah.
But it might be that knee-jerk reaction that most of us that got from bullying, don't want that to happen to our children.
Yeah.
And we're like, damn, we can't let this happen. We
You do it for them.
We don't need this to happen. That I know what happened to me, not knowing that made
Yeah,
you
well,
stronger. Like I saw
the thing-
I saw this girl on Facebook saying that
Are you getting bullied on Facebook a lot, bro?
Not even that. Like she was saying something about herself, and I was like, dang, you're doing good for yourself. You're taking care of your child. You're doing this and that. I said, you know, maybe your parents did a good thing. They didn't do a bad thing by messing up with you just because you smoke weed or because you do this or do that. You're taking care of your responsibilities. You're handling your business. It doesn't mean that they did a bad thing because you're not a millionaire or something like that.
Some of those things are in spite of, though.
What do you mean?
Like I would say, for instance, with me, I feel I wouldn't change anything about the way I am now. But man, if my parents would have pushed me a little bit harder to do anything, they never pushed me to do anything, play sports, go to school, nothing. I just think, man, I probably would have came out a little bit better. But I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Never pushed me to do anything either. But
I'm just saying that's you.
I feel like that drive has to come from you.
But I'm just saying me though. I feel like, and no ego involved, I feel like I could do anything. I was just never pushed or to do anything. I could do anything.
See, that's how my parents were.
And in doing that,
my parents were like
you're
that.
aimless.
They gave me a lot of opportunity to do whatever I wanted, and then whatever I chose to do, they were 100%
supported it,
100% supportive of whatever I wanted. I
feel like that's
do.
a freedom that's
and that's
a
what
child
I try
probably
to
shouldn't have.
Right?
No.
Too much.
Look. So
because they'll just go.
Me too. So I agree with that too.
So it was take Jaylee, my girl for example, right? She's very good at drawing.
Yeah.
Okay. I support it 100%.
Yeah.
But what I do is I maybe support it a little bit more than just being like, oh, that's cool. You got that? That's cool. You should do this. No, I give her little projects to do. Like, hey, you should try to draw this.
Yeah.
You should try to do that.
Give her
the only
resources.
good way to get really good, like these cartoon guys and all this stuff, and if you want things, if you want like this computer program to where you can draw on the pad and do this, you have to draw every day.
Yeah.
I was like, you want to be good because she was talking about, she just got her gray white belt.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, you want to be good at jiu-jitsu.
You got to do it.
You got to do it every day.
Mm-hmm.
You want to be good in whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
You got to do it to do it. You can't just
do it.
You can mess around with things.
My parents never
But
gave me that.
if you're in like, I know she's very interested in that. So it's like, we go down those avenues of like, hey, I buy her books, I buy her this.
But
I'm
your
like this,
parents
I'm that,
did you
I'm
like
that
though, right?
Yeah, in a sense.
Your parents were like, hey, if this is what you want to do, like you say, you back them 100%. They backed you 100%.
They backed me 100%. And
so you got a lot from
even
your
with
parents.
my jiu-jitsu, my martial arts, it was a little bit more of a push.
Yeah. And with
Hence
me and
what I'm doing for a living.
Mine was so off, just like whatever. If you want to play football, fine. We'll take you to practice. We'll do this.
My music
we'll support
was like
you.
that.
Yeah.
I showed very big interest in playing drums when I was 12.
And they
bought me a drum set.
Yeah.
I immediately could play, like right off the bat. I could play just a simple beat.
I was only pushing grades.
And then the guitar came, and then all that stuff came, musical stuff came. They didn't really push me.
But they gave you all the resources.
I was already super passionate about it.
Yeah.
They just helped. They funded.
They
helped me.
Yeah. They nurtured it.
Yeah, helped me fund the
and that shit
thing of what I
me
wanted.
mad because my brother didn't make like A's and B's.
Mm-hmm.
He made like C's, but he was really super smart, Steve, and he's smart as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
But he never did like make like just A's like that. But my mama made it seem like I had to make A's. Like that was the only thing she pushed me at.
It was probably an expectation of like, I know you're capable of doing it, so do it.
So with Steven, I felt like Steven was always smarter than me.
Yeah.
I felt like no matter what grade I made on anything, he was smarter than anything I did.
Steven always seemed more mature than his age at always.
Right.
So maybe that was what it was. She knew that you needed your foot, her foot on your neck. Otherwise, you would go wayward.
Right.
My parents, I feel, and that's why I am the way I am with Braylon. It's ask Braylon today. My son's 6. For the last 2 years, at least, ask him what he wants to be when he grows up. He says engineer. Ask him where he wants to go to college. He says Stanford. That's for 2 years.
Purdue?
He said Stanford. He likes the big redwood trees at Stanford. So that's what he wants to do, and that's what I'm gonna keep on saying. Like, you want to be an engineer?
Purdue's
These
great.
Are the things you want to do? He doesn't care. He wants to go where the redwood trees are in California. So
you should teach him about the actual engineering.
Once he gets up, we do like marble races. We do Legos. We do all these things. But I just make sure that I say once we complete something. That's what engineers do. You're an engineer just now. You were this. But it's because I never got that. And that's why it's like, what part of it is I was nurtured and I'm being a better person because of what my parents didn't give me? Or what part of it is I am doing this because, well, I don't know. I mean, maybe. I mean, if they just let me do it, but I feel like I need to do that. I feel like I should have had that. I would have been so much better. But I wouldn't take away anything from who I am now. But I think that's a rare
we
thing.
learn a lot from our parents. I mean, definitely my parenting style. I have learned so much from my parents, and looking back on that.
Yeah, but
to go, man,
I don't have a parenting style.
You know, if
it's tough. It's fucking Hitler-esque. Is what it is.
My kid was, sees an interest in whatever.
Like, no.
I'm gonna push. I just want all the best for them, as much as I can. Hey man.
Hey man.
Sieg Heil.
Hey,
Sieg Heil.
Hey man.
Hey man. I feel really weird right now.
Well, should I do it? Can I do it too? Is that?
Hey.
Should I do it? Should I do it with you? Should we do it together?
Oh, I had so. That's how I got. So
Yeah. I don't know, man. That's why like I said, I feel like there's got to be something. In some instances, it's like I was given that. If I was given that, I might not be that, or I would be that.
Right.
But then my instance, I didn't get that, so I want to be that because I feel like I could have accomplished so much more had I been focused on a little bit of something different. So I don't know. That's why I bringing it back to the bullying thing. I feel like if that was something like some of these kids, if they had it, they would be showing. If they had the confidence they would give it to their children.
Yeah.
Or
they don't.
Yeah, but they don't. But hopefully they do have the understanding to be like, to give it to somebody that does. Give the responsibility to somebody else and let them go from there. I guess that's all we can hope for, is for them to have the resources to be able to do it. And maybe that's why
they need it. They need that resource in schools.
If you care enough about
somebody
your
to
kid,
go to and talk to,
you'll find it.
The counselors too. At school they may not be worth a shit, but some of them are, and some of them will actually help.
We about to be over. You just sit still. Is it gonna burst?
Yeah.
Your pee pee?
Yeah, I'm gonna burst.
This nigga finna pee again.
No,
Is that bullying?
That's okay.
Physical, but
we're
you got
doing too much.
But you knew
You gonna pee
jujitsu,
your
bro.
pants?
I'm
You
gonna
pee
pee.
your
I'm gonna
pants?
pee.
Seriously?
Little bitch.
Like we were just
Go,
like 2
let's
minutes.
go ahead and close it out.
It's gonna happen.
I'm gonna close it out without pool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Why would you do that?
Because you gotta
Because
pee. That's
you gotta
twice you've had to
tinkle.
pee. Now he's running around Sutton's house. I'm not gonna close it out. We just.
But I do want to say, hey, submission hunters.
This is what we're gonna do, y'all. We're gonna act like we're already off the air whenever he comes back, and we're gonna be like, "Nah, we're over, bro," and we're just not gonna say anything, and I'm just gonna let him start talking and shit, and we're not gonna be off.
He can throw himself underneath the
I'm
bus.
gonna take my headphones off. I'm gonna take my headphones off, and I'm gonna act like we're done. I'm gonna close up everything and shit. This is gonna be funny. Watch. I'm just gonna be like, "Nah, bro, we're done." I hope he doesn't say anything gay.
You know he will.
He's gonna say something gay. I'm just gonna act like, "Nah, we done, bro. It's over. Podcast over, bro. You missed it. You fucked up."
You left me up, man.
Let me see. I'm sure this is Parada over here.
Oh, for sure.
Parada likes to talk crazy. Crazy Parada. All right.
Are you done? Yeah. No, we're not. Hey, I'm gonna see y'all. Hey, I'm gonna see y'all. All right.
See who? It's over. Everything. We done, bro.
No, I mean we're still on live.
That nigga just came in doing his own little. I'ma see y'all. Nah, man, but that was it, man. We wanted to address the bullying thing. There's a lot of different I guess, what do you say, trains of thought or whatever when it comes to it. You can, like I say, you can be one that's like, fuck it, I'm gonna teach my kid to punch back or do this or do that. But it always isn't about the physical. Sometimes it's the mental confidence that they might need. Sometimes it's just the comfort. And a lot of y'all probably need, not a lot of y'all, but a lot of,
I can do it.
a lot of parents,
A lot of y'all need Jesus.
a lot of parents need to
They
focus.
Jesus.
A lot of parents need to focus on their kids being the bully. That's what we need to focus on more. Is like,
Stop being such a fucking shithead.
yeah, if your kid is a
Respectful
shithead,
of other people.
like God, it's almost like, and
You're
it's,
the shithead.
and a
yeah,
lot.
well, most of the time the parent is the fucking shithead.
You're right. You're
Yeah.
right.
Well, see, that's the thing. A lot of times the parent is the shithead, or they were bullied. They see that their kid might be a bully, so they bully their kid.
Or they don't even do
I don't know.
anything.
I haven't-
They
I
just
haven't-
sit there and
I
let it
haven't
fucking
seen-
happen.
yeah,
There's
I
a
haven't-
lot of parents that just give the fuck up.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because it takes a lot of work to be a fucking parent, and there's a lot. of single parents out there,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of disconnected
Hey, you
parents.
single motherfuckers.
Nah, here you go.
And
It's a
there-
whole different podcast.
Right, and there's a
Jason.
lot of
All of y'all are strippers, and then all of you.
disconnected parents that
Yeah,
don't,
that don't
have
understand.
involvement and don't even care because that kid was an accident. Fuck,
Yeah.
now I just got to bring this up because this bitch wouldn't abort it,
Yeah.
you know? And that now I got to be with her.
It's very
So,
specific, Sutton. Very
it's like,
specific.
you know,
Woo!
but you know what I'm saying? I mean, that's a very extreme.
No, but yeah, that's the truth though. Some of them get put in a situation where they just
where
like
they
I
have
was not
to be there.
ready
So
to be a
now
parent.
they're
Right,
miserable
right,
because
right.
their dreams have gotten destroyed because they had to bring some other human into this life.
Yeah.
You know, guess what? You could still live dreams
Yeah.
and have fucking kids.
I thought it was the dopest shit ever when I was about to have a kid because I
Dude,
was
me
like,
too. I was
I'm gonna-
23.
I'm gonna make this.
I thought
little,
it was dope as.
I'm gonna make
Never
this little
mind.
motherfucker so dope. He's gonna be. Oh, he's gonna destroy this world.
Yeah, that's what. With
That's
me.
all I was thinking. Like, oh, he's
Same
gonna
thing
take
was here.
over
I
the
was like,
world.
man, my
Man.
kid's gonna be cool as
I
fuck.
might-
He's
I
pretty
might
cool
make-
now.
Oh,
And then
yeah,
I
Hayden's
just
cool as
acquired
fuck.
another kid, and
I
I'm gonna
just
make
acquired-
her.
I just acquired another
Acquired-
child.
I got PayPal'd another child.
And
so
I'm gonna make her cool as fuck too. Oh,
Cash app me.
she kind of came pretty cool.
Cash
but
app some kids.
Added some
I just
jujitsu
can't
in there.
make another
Yeah.
sociopath, man. I just want to make another sociopath.
That's exactly what you're gonna do. You're gonna.
for sure.
I'm telling you.
For
man.
I'm gonna end
sure.
up slapping the shit out of your kid one day.
Like a motherfucker smashing them on the
a
mat.
backhand.
Okay.
Hey, he's gonna need it.
Go roll
Yeah.
with
Or
Uncle.
she.
Go roll with
Or
Uncle
she.
Sutton so they can smash.
Yeah.
so they can
Or
smash
she.
you. But nah, man, we appreciate y'all riding with us, man. Like I say, if y'all got any questions, cause watch your arm there.
Hold on.
Watch your fucking arm.
Hold on.
I was gonna say, you better break that shit, boy.
Extreme Knockout 39.
Oh yeah.
January 6th. Jason Parada will be fighting on that. If you want tickets, go to streamknockout.com. Buy tickets off there.
Buy them tickets.
Go to Select Fighter. Use Jason Parada as for the Select Fighter name.
He's a pussy.
He gets he'll get a little bit of that ticket money back to him, and that always helps our local fighters out. And then January 13th, I will be fighting on Submission Hunters. It's gonna be at the Intex or
Yeah.
NYTech Sports Center.
Nitex.
Yeah, Nitex.
Maybe
Yeah,
Nitex.
maybe Nitex Sports Center, in Richland Hills.
Yeah.
Doors open at 4. First match is at 5. I'm number
Yeah.
30.
He's number 30.
I'm match number 30.
Is that the
So
la-
it won't even happen until later on at night. But once again, you can just DM me, email us, whatever.
Hit us on any.
I
of
have-
the
I have-
Facebook.
Got the tickets.
I have about 15 tickets left. They're general admission. If you want a table ticket, you can always go online. That also helps me out too. If you go use my name, go to
Josh
Garcia.
Sutton.
Yeah, go to GarciaProductions.com or the MikeTheTruth.com.
Mike
You can-
the Truth. That is
Josh
Mike.
Sutton.
You can get tickets off there. And
Josh
all
Sutton.
that good shit.
We've got 2 other guys from Kingdom that's going to be
Yes.
competing out there too.
Yes, Cody and Kevin.
Yeah, Cody and Kevin, monsters. Another purple belt and a brown. I mean, and
And
a blue belt.
belt.
Matter
And
of
a
fact,
blue belt.
just found out that the guy Cody's going against just got his purple belt. It's going to be pretty interesting.
Oh, he did.
He's gonna
Yeah.
smash you, boy.
Remember, I told Ed he changed at SFS, but he told
Oh.
Edwin, he was like, hey, don't tell them that I got my. I mean, this is Edwin talking. Don't tell them that I got my purple belt, would you? And then he comes and tells everybody at Kingdom that like, yeah,
Yeah.
he just got his purple.
he got his purple belt.
Cody's gonna be super motivated. It's
Cody's
gonna be a
gonna
show.
smash you.
It's gonna
Cody's
be
gonna
it's gonna
smash
be
you.
a hell of a show.
Josh
man.
Sutton,
And then,
January 13th.
yes, sir. And then we got Parada out there, January 6th. Yeah,
That's the
That boy
weekend
David
before.
Parada.
6th, 13th,
He's
21st.
my son.
Gonna
That's
have
my
some
son.
monsters. Yeah,
That's my
And,
son. Go look at him.
And Parada, we won't charge you for this first commercial, but the next one we charge
10%.
you, bro.
Yeah. You got it. You owe me, motherfucker.
Even though I'm in his corner.
You're my
Oh,
son.
okay, all right. We'll let it go. We'll let you go. Nah, but
I
nah.
kind of trained a guy.
So yeah,
Well,
like I
I'm
say, you're
trained.
gonna
He
see
trained.
Kingdom MMA and Kingdom Jiu Jitsu on
Everywhere.
display. So y'all just keep following
Lovato
us. Reach out.
Jiu-Jitsu.
Lovato,
Eddie
Hibiato,
Jiu-Jitsu.
Eddie, Vini, all of the pressure. You'll see
The
all.
pressure.
But nah, we appreciate y'all riding with us, man. If y'all got any questions, concerns, y'all just
Cash at me.
no, just
Okay,
reach out to
okay.
us. Hit us up on any of the DMs. Y'all could just comment on anything. Follow us, like and subscribe. Catch us on Stitcher. We're on YouTube. We've got everything pretty much popping, y'all. But yeah, we'll see y'all next.
Instagram, all that.
We're gonna be here again next week. We're gonna do it for Christmas Eve. So y'all tune in with us. We'll
Hey.
have a very special episode for y'all then. Later.
See you later.
I gotta find another like tag.
Like, you don't
I
like
gotta
that?
do some more shit, bro.
You don't like that shit? You don't like that?